Guys, what's going on? What's going on? Let me check my sound settings real quick before I make sure this is right. Okay, so everything should be working just fine now. What's going on, guys? Good to see you guys, man. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Let me pull this up. 1 second, guys. Do a little bit of housekeeping here as usual. Let's see here. Yeah, guys. It's good to see you guys, man. Okay. 2000s guy, what's up, dude? Kelvin's here. Kelvin, how's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Good to see you as usual. Guys, we will do the first 20 minutes for Discord members only. So, guys, go in the Discord. Right? Yeah. There you go. Come on up. Keyshawn, what's up, dude? Good to see you. 2000s guy, what's going on? Black Pill Daniels in the building. What's up, dude? Whiteout, what's up, man? Lenny, Tim Hicks, Red Door, how's it going, man? Tall Starlight's here. Good to see you. Vintage is here. What's up, guys? It's good to see you guys, man. Let's see. Okay, so guys, let's break some news first. All right. All right, guys. Look at this.
Neighbors in West Seattle. In tonight's Project Seattle report, neighbors in West Seattle say all of the progress the city made to deal with problematic and illegal homeless encampments is being undone.
A new encampment has formed outside of senior apartments on Myers Way South. KOMO's Jeremy Harris reports on why neighbors say their attempts to get the city's attention have failed and why they're looking to a court ruling this week as a possible sign of hope.
Here we are. We still have the same thing.
Diane Radishat was hoping the fight over homeless encampments around her senior apartment complex in Seattle was over.
They promised us as a community that we wouldn't have to continue with this.
Well, who did you vote for, dum-dum? Right, guys? King Raymond, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
And that is not happening.
She led the charge to push state and city leaders to get outreach teams to clear a massive encampment here last year. And it worked for a while. Now an RV encampment is back on this street between the senior apartments and a Metro Park and Ride.
Look at that.
The stop and go traffic day and night for the drug activity at these vehicles, constant.
And she has good reason to believe that's what's happening here. In fact, just up the road on Cambridge Street, Seattle police say this week they arrested somebody who was dealing drugs, meth and fentanyl out of an RV in an encampment there. Take a look at this picture they posted with some of the guns that they seized from that person as well.
There was so many bicycles around it. I mean, I'm talking close to probably like 80 bikes around it,
People here said the camp was a constant nuisance, and police say there was an operation going on where someone was reselling stolen goods.
I mean, I'm always just watching my tools because, you turn around and, you have a couple $1,000s walk off the back of your truck.
Everyone we talked to said they hope people without housing can be helped. But the main issues here aren't the homeless, but the unlawful activity around encampments.
We've literally had enough.
Diane says this week's news of a judge ordering the city to address unlawful activity at Denny Blaine Park caught her eye, and she wonders if a similar action could help here.
And I thought if they can do that at Denny Blaine Park and a judge can enforce that, then I'd like to see that judge. And I'm not saying that the city isn't doing anything, because I think in some instances they do. We've been helped in the past, but we shouldn't have to put up with this.
In Seattle, Jeremy Harris, KOMO News.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. There you go.
Shocking robbery attempt in Anaheim caught on camera. At least 20 people in broad daylight trying to bust into a jewelry store. But this time, the owner stopped the heist.
He's got the chopper. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. These Pokemon tried to break into his store, right? And guys, look at this. Look at this, guys. Watch.
Into a jewelry store, but this time the owner stopped the heist in just seconds. Good evening to you. I'm Susan Hirasuna. Fox 11's
Hey,
Matthew
guys.
C.
America! America! Damn it. Yeah, let's go. TJ, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Good to see you guys.
Seedorf is live in Anaheim.
Guys, we're almost at 16,500. So, guys, make sure you are subbed. I'm trying to hit 17K by hopefully the middle of August. So, yeah, guys.
With the dramatic video and tonight's top story. Matthew.
Well, Susan, this was very intense. In that surveillance video, you can see at least 20 people trying to bust through this door right here, many with sledgehammers, until someone inside fired back. A violent would-be smash-and-grab robbery stopped in seconds.
Every single one of them is covered in blood from head to toe.
Watch again as at least 20 people wearing hoodies Thursday evening in Anaheim get out of 5 cars and swarm like hungry bees outside Elamira Jewelry.
When I watch the window, I see many people.
And I started busting cops. I wanted to bust cop and not ass.
Encounter.
Inside, store employees run for cover, while outside, thieves with sledgehammers and bags try busting in until this moment. One gunshot, and everyone scrambles.
I take my gun, I shoot one bullet, I scare him, he moves it, and the problem is done.
The owner doesn't want to show his face on camera for safety reasons, but he and his attorney called the shot self-defense.
He's willing to protect his business at all costs.
About a month ago, another robbery right across Brookhurst. Thieves driving a vehicle right through Basan Jewelry, stealing millions. 2 people arrested nearby, but the other getaway cars still missing.
Guys, look at that. They drove into the place.
Still missing. The owner adding new security measures, telling us off camera the crooks stole more than $3 million worth of jewelry.
$3 million worth of jewelry. Look at that.
Should be vigilant and careful. If they notice anything suspicious, they should speak, they should report so that, everybody's safe.
So sad. People, I think, hungry and looking for big stuff.
For 30 years, Mohammed Salam has cooked food next to the targeted jewelry store.
It was like a movie.
Shocking situation now leaving many on alert.
They make me scared. I have to protect my business, family.
So far, no description has been given of those suspects, but we counted at least 21 people. We're live in Anaheim tonight. Matthew Seedorf, Fox 11 News.
Matthew, it's just wild to watch that video, and clearly they were well organized, so they arrived at the same time. What else did you notice in watching that surveillance video?
Yeah, definitely well organized. And just speaking with this business owner, it sounds like they arrived to this location immediately after their last customer of the day was leaving. So they showed up right at that time, very targeted and planned out.
Here's another one, guys. Look at that.
A Compton business owner is fed up with criminals terrorizing his gas station. He says they come in swarms, so he called Fox
Pokemon, guys. I want to be the very best, right?
11 for help.
Or Diaz live in Compton with a story you'll see only right here on Fox 11. Laura.
I don't know what look this chick is trying to go for, dude. I don't know. But she looks like a friggin' Vegas 304 from the 70s that just can't accept the fact that she should retire. Like an old Vegas call girl.
Yes, Alex and Marla, the video is haunting. You see dozens of young people breaking in, stealing, and terrorizing, and yet no arrests have been made.
Was so afraid because we don't know if they have a guns or they try to hit us just because they want the money.
This longtime employee of the Arco AM/PM at Alondra Atlantic in Compton is still traumatized from multiple break-ins at her place of work. Cell phone video captures the aftermath of a break-in on June 7th, where merchandise was strewn all over the floor as a band of vandals moved through the AM/PM, grabbing everything not bolted down and some items that were bolted down. The most recent break-in, June 30th, 2 weeks ago, swarms of vandals descending on the business in utter chaos. The owner says he feels like he's under siege.
They break all the registers, take whatever money is inside the register. They get into the safe, the ATM machine, the scratchers. But on top of that, the employees, they threaten employees.
The owner says the most recent break-in cost $50,000 in repairs straight out of his pocket to fix and paint. The previous attack, June 7th, the ICE raid started and people attacked his business. He closed as a precaution. But that didn't stop them from breaking and entering and destroying. It cost $150,000 in repairs.
So they broke the front door and they came in, and for an 8-hour stretch, there was no cops, no sheriff, nobody came.
He says local law enforcement would like to help, but they're outmanned. And if it's not vandals, it's street racers, turning his gas pump islands into a staging area for spinning dangerous donuts, nearly hitting bystanders. They brag on social media. The owner says lawbreakers are emboldened. No one's holding them in check.
It's just going to get worse. When people know and especially put it on social media, they feel that, oh, well, you know, nothing's going to be done to me, so I can do whatever I can.
I reached out to sheriff's investigators, but so far, no response.
Damn. Look at this, guys.
We do have some breaking news in South LA this morning. A crowd storms an auto parts store, taking everything it could grab as they ran out the door.
And it's not the first time. Gigi Graciette live there with...
Man, homegirl in the blue dress, guys. You know, she can get it. You know, look at that, guys. How you doing?
She's like all these babes. You get their pilot lit, they can suck start a leaf blower.
The latest on this. Gigi, good morning.
Good morning. Based on video, police estimate there were over 100 suspects that broke into.
Look at that. How you gonna smash through the auto zone? Look at that.
And looted the AutoZone here on the corner of Century and Hoover. And someone was recording it on Citizen app. Take a look. From a street takeover to a store takeover. It happened in a matter of minutes at the AutoZone on the corner of Century and Hoover here in South LA. It was just after 4 a.m. when drivers took over the intersection doing donuts, burning rubber, when suddenly dozens of them decided to take over the store, smashing the glass and then with their bare hands ripping open the metal fence on the inside, smashing display cases, looting, getting away with anything they could carry, although some of the stolen items were dropped as they ran. And take a look at this, because it was just 1 year ago this week, June the 10th, 2024, that we were right here at the same store with the same story. A street take.
The same store got broken into. You guys know who doesn't have this problem? Singapore, right? You know, places in the Middle East. You know, Dubai. Because they don't play. You do this, guys, and let's just say you won't like what the cops have to do to you. You know what I'm saying?
Takeover turned into a store takeover at the same AutoZone. As for a dollar amount, well, back then, police estimated about $67,000 worth of merchandise was stolen from the AutoZone. But thanks to the security cameras they have inside, police were able to identify many of those suspects and arrest them. And of course, they hope to do the same this time. Reporting live in South LA, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
You would think with what happened the last time, Gigi, they'd fortify the front door or something. But I guess when you have a crowd that big, it really doesn't.
Because it's their fault, right, guys? Yeah. They should just know better. They have to put a moat and a freaking, it freaking booby traps in front of their AutoZone. Okay, please.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Clown world. What is going on?
Matter.
It doesn't matter. They tore. You can see that metal gate is just hanging there, just like it was a year ago. They ripped it open with their bare hands. Again, you're talking about 100 suspects or so.
Yeah.
So there's strength in numbers.
And then you wonder what they want from the auto store. But okay, Gigi, thank you so much.
It's
Look at that,
awful
guys.
to see that.
Mhm.
It really is.
Look at that, guys. Guys, we'll do one more story, and then we will get into the topic here. Here we go.
In other news, street takeovers devolving into back-to-back business burglaries in Bellflower and Lakewood. One of them, as you can see, caught on camera. LA County Sheriff's deputies say at least 7 businesses were looted and left behind a massive mess. Sarah Welch is live in Lakewood tonight outside one of those businesses that was hit. She's got more on what the deputies are saying. Sarah?
Hey, Rick, good evening. Yeah, we're waiting for an update. We just spoke to the Sheriff's Department. They're going to put out an update in the next couple of minutes, we hope. But this is the T-Mobile, one of the stores that was...
Damon says they need Nissan Altima parts. That's hilarious, man. That's hilarious.
looted here, and you can see what they did. It's fixed now, but they smashed the window here. They went inside, they stole merchandise off the floor, jumped over the counter, and then stole thousands of dollars in merchandise. So far, there have been no arrests as deputies continue to track down those who are responsible for ripping off 4 stores here in this Lakewood shopping plaza following those overnight street takeovers. Now, you're looking at the security video from inside this T-Mobile. This is at Paramount and Delamo. The owner was celebrating his birthday when he got the call. The thieves, they smashed the front door, as I said, got away, he says, with $10,000 in merchandise. In all, 7 businesses burglarized between Lakewood and Bellflower, including this AM/PM along Artesia Boulevard. You can see the merchandise just strewn all over the place, and a store clerk there was treated at the scene for injuries. Now, 2 other stores in that store block, Heavenly Beauty Supply and Star Smog, also broken in. This all unfolded just before 2 a.m. when the Sheriff's Department got a call of a massive street takeover at the intersection of Artesia and Woodruff Avenue. That street takeover and the other happening so quickly and so close to the burglaries. Investigators are looking to see if they're the same people who looted the stores. The T-Mobile owner spoke to us earlier, and again, he said he's lost thousands of dollars in phones and other merchandise.
Damn.
I just received
Yeah, all these are recent. All these are in the last couple weeks, man. You know? Damn. Oh, guys, we have to do our Ice Baby. Hold on, guys. There was one where it was let me see.
We do have some breaking news in South.
There was one where they were like, oh, he owns a vineyard and he was a good person. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Come on, man. Come on. Let's do our Ice Baby one, guys. Give me a second. And then what we can do. Here we go. What is this? Okay.
Even as the National Guard, some of them are being withdrawn. Marines are being withdrawn. There's a recent judge ordering restrictions on raids. Those federal immigration efforts continue.
Community activists in Ontario are demanding answers today after ICE agents went into a grocery store today to make an arrest. These videos were recorded by witnesses who followed the
Ice Baby. Let's go.
federal agents as they went inside a Stater Brothers grocery on Holt Boulevard. The greatest outrage appears to be directed at Ontario police. The community activists say it appeared officers were supporting ICE.
People that were here, people that saw everything that was going on, say that Ontario PD was not only here to give information or to protect, the community. They actually engaged in this operation, which is a clear violation of California law.
It's just, we're living in terror.
Even though we are citizens, we're still living in terror and afraid to go out.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Community activists are demanding more transparency from Ontario and its police department. We reached out to the city of Ontario, but we have not heard back yet. Our chief meteorologist, Adam Kruger.
Yeah, that does look very cool. I like the building. Definitely has that Jetsons vibe going on. 11. All right, now let's check out a satellite, visible satellite from the last 3 hours. That's the loop.
Are hearing more.
Here it is. Here it is, guys.
This evening about some vineyard workers in Yamhill County detained by ICE. This is word coming from Congresswoman Andrea Salinas. Fox 12 investigative reporter Adrian Thomas caught up with the daughter of one of those detained, who is a prominent member of the wine industry and was working towards completing the citizenship process. Adrian.
Yeah, right.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Guys, do you believe that? Put a yes or a no, right? Guys, how long do you think this guy has been in the United States and is still not a citizen? Guys, guesstimate in the chat, okay?
And what's the latest?
Yeah, Anna, that's right. So this is vineyard manager Moises Sotelo, who runs his own vineyard management company based out of Newburgh. We were contacted by one of Sotelo's wine industry colleagues expressing concern over his sudden detainment by ICE on Thursday. In what's been a whirlwind day and a half for Sotelo's family, his daughter tells us she's still trying to figure out why Sotelo, a father, grandfather, and established community member, was targeted. This past Thursday.
Because he's illegal! Guys, am I crazy here? What is going on?
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Yeah. Okay, Tim says he's been there 20 years. Black Pill Daniel says 21 years. Okay, all right.
Day began like any other normal workday for Moises Sotelo, leaving his Newburgh home at about 5:30 a.m. But a short time later, his daughter, Alondra, says her mother was called by a neighbor, saying they noticed Moises's truck abandoned outside this nearby church.
So in other words, guys,
shortly after that, we lived just 2 blocks down. This is where he was stopped, and after that, he was gone.
Alondra says she and her family quickly tracked Moises's location to the Portland ICE detention facility, where they were able to speak to him. Moises described multiple ICE agents cornering him on this street, just blocks from his house.
When I spoke to him yesterday, he said that as he was leaving the trailer park, he noticed a black truck right behind him, started to speed off right behind him.
But later on Thursday, Alondra says she and her family tracked his location on his phone moving north, and would later find out Moises is currently being held at the large ICE detention facility in Tacoma. According to Sotelo's business website, he arrived in the U.S. in 1994 and built a successful career.
1994, guys. Look at that, guys. That's almost 30 years he's been here. Absolutely insane.
Currently operating a business that helps manage and maintain vineyards in the Willamette Valley. For his daughter Alondra, who was born and raised in Newburgh, the Yamhill County town is all her family knows. She says her parents are kind, quiet, hardworking, and respectful of all their neighbors and work colleagues. A records check by Fox 12 shows Sotelo has no known criminal history.
It doesn't matter because he's illegal. He shouldn't be here. He committed a crime.
Are very active in their local church. Dad is very well known, very well respected in the vineyard industry. He's one of the kind of guys that you go out to eat on Sunday and you're waving hi to at least one person that knows him.
He's the type of guy who will sneak into your house, right? And set up shop and not leave. Okay.
Sotelo's daughter stresses her father was trying for years to go through the proper channels in terms of addressing his immigration status.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
And had conversations with family members in recent months as ICE raids ramped up nationwide.
Money was a really big factor, and thankfully we got to a place a few years ago where that wasn't a factor anymore. And we started to initiate doing things the right way, and we were very close. And like I said, we just got harshly interrupted in the process. And
And Alondra tells me her family's next steps are to try and secure their father an immigration attorney in Tacoma to take on his case. But for now, the future remains uncertain.
Morons. Yeah, Captain Paulie says boo-hoo, right? Yeah. I'm going to drop the link for anyone who wants to come on up. Just hit the StreamYard link, guys. Appreciate that. 1 second, guys. Let me do some housekeeping here. 1 second, guys. I'm just going to do this real quick. There we are. Okay. So, guys, we talked about this dunderhead, right? You guys remember her? This big nose broad, right?
You know what bothers me the most after getting out of my toxic relationship is the fact that he abused me so much that he wrecked what kind of mother I could have been.
Please.
I know I'm a good mom.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
You aren't. Look, guys, let's just say that homeboy was everything she says he is. She's not a good mom because she chose to get pregnant with this goofball in the first place.
But I could have been an even better mom, and our kids would have thrived so much more if they got the real person I was supposed to be before he broke me down emotionally, mentally, and stole from our family. That's the part that makes me the most angry. He took the person I was, destroyed me, and stole that person from my children.
So, guys, do you believe any of this? Right? Here we go with the sob story, right? He broke me down emotionally and physically. KD, how's it going? Luke's here. Dante's here. Jessica, what's up, dude? Good to see you. See you guys. Look at these comments. I get this so much. Next person, my baby's earliest moments are a blur because he completely abandoned us while still being physically present in the home. You found the words I've been looking for years to explain it and describe how devastating, misspelled, abuse trickles down to our babies. OMG, this, I allowed him to destroy the mom I was, but I'm bringing her back. My kids may be grown, but now I'm becoming who I wish I'd been strong enough to be before. I feel like he's taking the joy out of their childhoods because there's no constant conflict and chaos, and I'm trying to react. Please. Look at that. I feel so stressed because of money and time and exhaustion, in which I was happier for my daughter. He robbed me of so much. Please. Guys, I know. Your arms might be sore from playing the violin. Look at that. Look at that, man. Insane. Now, guys, look at this foolishness, right? This moron, this goof, right? Now, guys, she was the one where she talks about dating in her 50s. All right. So, guys, she gets divorced. Right. So here we go.
All right, this is a follow-up to my TikTok from earlier today. Go watch that TikTok. I have to maybe mark it or put it in a list of stories in order. Not that I want to divulge every single story, because apparently there's a lot of people telling me that I should keep this to myself. Move along, then. Don't listen to it.
Yeah, guys.
Keep it to myself. I can do whatever I want. I held on to this for a year. This was some messed up, devastating news that basically destroyed my life. I was married for 23 years. I was with him for 29 years. The kids are, everybody was hung up on me saying my children. When I speak about my children, I'm going to say my children. I'm not going to say our children this. I say my kids. They're both of our children. I have 3 kids. They're with my husband and myself. He left. He took off. He met someone 4 months ago and moved to Washington State.
That's why she's making all these TikToks. So she was acting like he was abusing me, so I left him because I'm strong and I'm independent and I moved on.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
But he left him. I'm sorry. He left her, guys. He left her. He met some other chick and he said, guys, put a 1 if you agree, guys. Put a 1 if you agree. Nothing pisses girls off more than when you move on. How many times have we seen these divorce broads? It's going to be amazing when I'm single and da-da-da. And I'm better than him and I'm this and that. And then the moment that he moves on with someone younger, hotter, right? All of a sudden it's,
How dare you?
you know what I mean? Come on, man. Because guys, if he just moved on to another chick that she's mad enough that he's with, obviously, I don't think he was the bad guy. Yeah, Dante said upgrade facts. Yeah, 2000s guy, he met a younger one. Guys, make sure to hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the super chat button. Hit the join button for memberships, guys. I appreciate that. So thanks, guys.
Clear across the country. I have a kid that's a senior in high school, and he left him.
You ran him off.
So I'm going to say my kids because he doesn't partake in anything that they do. I have a son that's in the Air Force. He didn't even go to his graduation in October. This is a former Marine that had his entire family at his graduation from boot camp, and he didn't even bother to see his son graduate from the Air Force boot camp. You know where he went? He went out to Washington to visit his new supply. And the people that are like, oh, here we go, another woman that's getting divorced, talking about narcissist. Yeah, that's exactly what he is.
Please.
I'm not throwing around that word lightly. That's exactly what he did.
Was he diagnosed as a narcissist? Nope. You moron. You're just throwing that word around? Come on, man. Come on. What are you talking about?
You stupid woman.
Manipulated me and my children for 23 years. There's so many other things, and I don't need to get into it, but he kept this secret from me for 14 years. And it's only been a year since I've known. Everybody saying that I gave my mom a pass. Not once did I say that. Not once. She didn't get a pass. That's exactly what my ex said to me. Oh, you talk to your mom now? Oh, good thing she gets a pass. That's what he said. She didn't get a pass. I lost my mind when I confronted her. And multiple times when I tried to talk to her, and I realized I can't. Because in 2012, I tried to divorce him. And I explained this to so many people. And this was more hurtful than what they did together. What's more hurtful is when I tried to get divorced in 2012, and he was on drugs and gambling and driving with my kids on drugs.
You sure can pick them, you dumb, right? Yeah, Jessica said it. They're addicted to martyrdom. Facts. Yep.
Like, I definitely should have never
Guys,
taken
put a 1. If you agree, these 3 or 4s are either the heroes or the victims in their own story, but 99% of the times, they're volunteers.
But I was in an abusive relationship. I didn't know. I wanted to help him. He claimed to have PTSD. No, he was a degenerate gambler, drug addict, manipulative, narcissist.
So why did
No
you stay
matter
with
what
him?
I did, it was never.
Why did you pick him? Why did you sleep with him? Why did you have not one, not two, but 3 kids with him, you moron? What are you talking about?
You stupid woman. We're going to be good enough, no matter how much I helped him. I'm a nurse. It's part of who I am. I'm an empathetic person that loved her husband and would do anything for him. So in 2012, back to this, I was trying to get divorced. I had him kicked
How
out
do you try to get divorced? You either get divorced or you don't, right, guys?
of the house. I had a PFA against him. And instead of my mother sitting me down and saying, you must divorce him, get the fuck away from him, he's a monster. She didn't even have to tell me what happened. She just needed to tell me that. Under no
You're grown. What does your mom have to tell you anything? Guys, my mom made me stay, and then he abused me because I'm a child, and I can't make any decisions for myself. What am I supposed to do? Clown world. What is going on?
no circumstances should you stay married to this monster. That's what she should have said. But she lived with us at the time. That's the other part of the story too. So we got divorced, she wouldn't have anywhere to live. So she was protecting me. She claimed she was protecting me and my children. I said, who were you protecting them from? Who were you protecting us from?
Blah, blah, blah.
Okay, I promise this is not going to be a 50-part Risa Tisa storyline. I am trying to chronicle this because I want to keep my thoughts in order about what exactly happened. If you're new here and you don't know what I'm talking about, a year ago yesterday, my husband, when I told him I wanted a divorce, told me that my mom tried to have sex with him.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Guys, you know you didn't see that coming. What in the name of Melrose Place is going on around here? Yo, look at that.
You heard that right. And you can go back and listen to my previous TikTok where I explain a little bit of what happened. So after he told me that, he slept like a baby because narcissists sleep like babies. They go to bed, and I was up all night thinking about this. And in the meantime, I had to go to work. The ex-husband, he's not my ex-husband yet. I'm in the process of getting divorced. Has not worked in 14 years. He is a disabled veteran. He hid all these things under the guise of PTSD and severe depression, anxiety. He has neither of those things. I mean, maybe anxiety. Everybody has a little bit of anxiety. Anyway, that's not the point. So after he told me that information, I still had to go to work. So thank goodness for Facebook memories, because I check those every day now, because I came up on the year mark of what was going on in my life. And he told me this information, and
Can you guys imagine being so pathetic that like you just have to put your life out on TikTok like this? You know?
I was getting ready for work. And when I say that they sleep like babies, he was walking out the door, woke up normal, chipper as can be, probably, I'm going to say dancing a little bit. Because with narcissists, when they wake up, it's a fresh day. It doesn't matter what happened days, months, weeks, even minutes ago. That is in the past. And now that he told me, I have to move on from it. So not only do my children already know about this, which actually I didn't know that my children knew until tomorrow. And that is another story, but whatever. So today, woke up, got ready for work, and he was walking out the door because he goes to Wawa and the gym every day. Well, not every day for the gym, but goes to Wawa, gets his coffee, woke up like it was a regular day, and everything was great. As he was walking out the door, and I'll never forget this, I could picture it vividly in my mind, he says to me, "Boy, I'm so glad I got that off my chest. I feel so much better." And I looked at him and I said, I just found out this information. I just found out what happened between you and my mom. And I'm so glad that you feel so much better. I was like, I looked at him and I was like, how do you think I feel? And he's like, oh my gosh. Oh, I didn't realize like how you would feel. He's a real piece of work. Let me tell you.
Guys, here's the thing. Doesn't she sound like she has the mouth on her, right? Right, guys? She's acting like I was just a fawn. I was a deer in the headlights the entire time. Jessica said, I'll take made-up discussion in your mind for 500. Yeah, facts. Yep. Guys, what a joke. What a joke.
So on this day a year ago, 2 days after my husband told me that my mom tried to have sex with him, and he denied that anything actually happened. The next day, he then offered to take me on a vacation to Turks and Caicos as a last hurrah for our final anniversary together, which I declined, and that pissed him off. So then he decided to take 2 out of 3 of my children to the bank. He emptied $45,000 out of our joint bank account, which I didn't know that we had. If anyone knows what...
Wait. What is that? So wait. He decided to take 2 out of 3 of my children as of the bank and take out $45,000. Why does she have to add that he took the kids to the bank? What does that have to do with anything? Right, guys? She could have just said, oh, well, he just took 45 grand out of the bank, but then he took my children and emptied out our bank account. See? This is why you can't believe these dunderheads. You guys actually think any of this is happening? Or, guys, that she didn't drive him off? You know what I mean? Yeah. Gregory says anything to make the story worse in her eyes. Facts. Yep. Remixer. What's up, man? Yeah.
So then he decided to take 2 out of 3 of my children to the bank. He emptied $45,000 out of our joint bank account, which I didn't know that we had. If anyone knows what financial abuse is, it is when one partner has complete control over the money. Now, yes, I know that my name was on the account, but I also had my own bank account as well. This was his power and control because for him, he paid all the bills. So that meant he can do whatever he wanted. And even though I worked and paid for things as well, that didn't count. So he takes the kids down, takes the $45,000 out of our joint account, distributes it opens a new account for himself, gives half of it to my daughter, and tells her that it's her money, that's not mine. On the car ride, this is where he tells my children that he was sexually assaulted by my mother.
Oh, come on.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Guys, come on. Guys, if she's either lying or this is true. And if this is true, guys, it's even worse because she picked this guy, you know?
I had no idea that they knew. He actually picked my daughter up. She was going to Temple at the time and brought her home. And then we had a little family meeting. And if you know about family meetings that are run by controlling, manipulative people, it's all twisted and turned around against me. So I did record that conversation. I couldn't listen to it for probably a good few months because
Oh, come
it was so
on.
upsetting on how I was treated and everything was turned around on me like I was the bad guy. My youngest son was not there, and I think that was done on purpose. I truly felt like he was the one that was more sympathetic towards me.
Guys, I know this person's lying. Because he strategically didn't have my son there to make me more the victim. And then he did this. And guys, come on. People don't do this. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Me. During the family meeting, my daughter repeatedly told me that I was not being abused.
Gee, I wonder why.
And she's a psych major.
There you go.
This is how much control and manipulation.
Could it not be that you're the crazy one? Look at this, guys. All right, guys. Yeah. Guys, she's been talking for 2 minutes and 38 seconds, right? Ugh, here we go.
I got so many comments like this, and Melissa, you are absolutely right. He does not deserve our protection. Narcissists are toddlers trapped in adult bodies because whenever their trauma happened when they were a kid, then they
And now she's an armchair psychiatrist, right, guys? Look at that.
shut down and they don't grow emotionally. He was emotionally stunted. He doesn't know how to regulate his emotions. And we had to protect his image and cover for him. And it was all PTSD. And most people with PTSD don't like to flaunt it. But he flaunted that. He was like, oh, I have PTSD. It was his excuse it was his ticket to get out of behaving like a toddler. And he did it all the time. We walked on eggshells around him. His mood determined how the day would begin.
Wasn't he in the Marines? Didn't he actually serve? You know what I mean? Look at that.
In an end. And he doesn't deserve our protection ever again. I got so many comments like this, and Melissa, you are absolutely right. He does not deserve our protection.
Kay says she's doing all this to garner reaction because he's paying her zero mind. He wants her to call. So she wants him to call and ask why she's saying all this so they can fight. Facts. Yep.
Narcissists are toddlers trapped in adult bodies because whenever their trauma happened when they were a kid, then they sort of shut down and they don't grow emotionally. He was emotionally stunted. He doesn't know how to regulate his emotions. And we had to protect.
Ugh, shut up.
A lot of people say you don't have to say anymore because they're a Marine.
Here we go, guys. And now she's going to start shitting on Marines. Look at that. Look at that, dude. Whoa. Look at this. This person is all Marines I know are like this. My granddaughter's dad told me before basic that he was going to make sure he got 100% disability. Con men. What are you talking about? Demons, man. Demons. They're demons. What are you talking about? Guys, these people hate men so much that they're going to crap on the Marines. Guys, if you're injured in the military, especially as a Marine, guys, you better get as much disability as you can. You served. You deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Con men, please.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
And Marines have a reputation of being a little crazy. I used to be proud of my husband. I was extremely proud of him.
Guys, they're still married at this point. Look at how she's talking about him.
He fought for our country in the Gulf War. But this led to his diagnosis and he pursued that diagnosis of PTSD. He wanted 100% disability and he got it.
Maybe because he had PTSD, right, guys? How about that?
Now, not all Marines are like this. I know a lot of Marines. So I will probably never date another Marine or anyone in the military. I have a son that's in the Air Force right now. I definitely did not want him to go into the Marines. Narcissists are created by other narcissists, and his mom.
What are you talking about? Guys, she doesn't know anything about narcissistic personality disorder. You don't catch narcissism like it's chicken pox or something, you know? What are you talking about?
Is a disgusting, disgraceful human being, and some of the things she has done are despicable as well. After doing a shit ton of research about narcissistic abuse and narcissistic personality disorder, usually they had trauma in their childhood, and that's when their growth is kind of stunted. And they were either allowed to do whatever they wanted, or they were really controlled. He was allowed to do whatever he wanted. His mother was a single mom.
Of course she was, right, guys? We could have called that.
And she got married to his stepdad, had 2 more kids, got divorced, had multiple boyfriends in and out like a revolving door. Her next husband, she was the other woman. And yeah. Need I say more? So
demons, man.
There were a few comments just like this one. And I spoke to a narcissistic abuse counselor, and she said that we actually...
Guys, imagine she's living her whole life. Her husband's nowhere near her. Yes, this is her entire life. Guys, she has 17 of these videos. 17 of them. Look at that, guys. Now, guys, this is her motivational stuff, all right? Look at this.
Good morning, my fellow unicorns.
A unicorn.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
And now she's saying, let's work on centering women, embracing other women. We need each other, please.
Is another series, or added to the series, on how to be a unicorn. So in my goals to be more positive and have positivity in my life and work on myself and do all the inner work. Sorry, I had to correct my dog.
Guys, here she is saying all the women buzzwords. Work on myself, blah, 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 right?
In the meantime, they're jumping on my bed. It's not necessarily about decentering men. You know, if you, to me, that's a negative connotation. And I actually love men. I don't hate men.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I don't like weak men that manipulate and abuse women that actually want to be women. That's the men that I don't like. Real men, yes. Strong men, leaders. Yeah, I like those men. And I was thinking about this in the shower, and I've spoken to many women because I see so many clients. And there was a nurse that came in, and she's been a nurse since she was in her 20s, right out of high school. And now she's the CEO of a surgery center, right? This woman is a rock star. And if you've been in nursing for any time at all, or you know the dynamic of women and how they can be horrible to each other.
Yes. Right, guys? We can call that. We call that, guys. All these nurses, the moment they clock in,
I'ma kill your bitch ass, bitch. Ellie, I'ma kill you, you fucking whore.
And that the nursing culture actually influences and kind of supports the whole older nurses eat their young, which is so horrible. Okay. Any nurses out there, like my age, because I'm 51, like if you're continuing this kind of toxic behavior, you need to go. You shouldn't even be a nurse.
You're a woman. Guys, nurses are the most toxic, crazy, cheating, bullying, selfish knuckleheads on planet Earth, you know?
It goes against everything that we are about. And not to go on a tangent, but this woman could totally write a book, and I can write a book, and probably many other nurses that are empathetic and sincere and caring and not toxic and mean girls could probably write books because they've probably had a lot of trauma in their life. And I know everyone's had their own trauma. I get it. But it's about centering women. That's how you be a unicorn. You center those women, you embrace those younger women or older women, and you bring them in and you listen to them and you care for them. And it goes back to my other TikTok about dating your friends and how you create your tribe of wonderful people in your life.
What is she talking about? Guys, they just talk and talk and talk. Yeah, Jessica, walking cliche. All these buzzwords, all this woo-woo, motivational, live, laugh, love, BS, right? Absolutely insane.
Hello, it's me again. More tips on how to become a unicorn.
Because how would you know? You're a 51-year-old divorced single mom that whines about her ex-husband on TikTok. Guys, someone says, you do know what a unicorn is, right? Unicorn is a term in the polyamorous world. Couples seeking a third partner. The partner is called the unicorn because they're both difficult to find. So someone that gets along well with both partners within the couple. Oops. And guys, hold on. Let's pump the brakes, right? Guys, can you please put a 1 to agree with me that this polyamory thing is the stupidest thing you've ever heard? Is that dumbest thing that you've ever heard in your entire life? Guys, I can't think of anything dumber than this whole polyamory foolishness. Hold on. Here we go. Let's look at some of the dunderheads that are in the poly relationships, guys.
Polyamory was just very good to me.
Look at this!
Who lives with a partner. I really like this person and I'm going to meet their partner soon. Now, I always have questions when someone lives with a partner, like how do plans get made? Are you having any hard talks right now? Is there a world where this person could tell us what we can do? Because I can't do it again. I can't fall for someone and then hear my partner needs us to slow down or stop. Just don't want my relationship changed by someone who's not in it. But with this person, I heard really great answers. My partner is supportive. If there's any stress in our relationship, that is ours to handle. She would never ask us to slow down or stop. Autonomy matters a lot. And in planning this meet, I was going to go to their house, but he was like, hey, why don't you and I go as a duo to meet her, right? That way you're not alone walking into our home. We are a couple as well. Let's level things a bit and hopefully that can make it feel more welcome. And it is. I feel very welcome. So anyway, that to me is the work, quote unquote, of polyamory, right? Those little things day by day, bit by bit. And it is why my relationships continue to feel relaxed and safe. So do with that what you will. I'm sure I'll have a lot more to share soon.
Now, first of all, guys, she has a dog collar with this knocker on it and these blackout tattoos, right? Look at this, guys. Look at this right here.
You tell her she's a goddamn whore.
Australian says we're living in Sodom and Gomorrah too. Facts, guys. The asteroid, right? Guys, the asteroid. Where is it, guys? Come on, man. The asteroid, man. You know? Insane. Why? Why? And guys, all this is, guys, is chicks trying to like reason away why they're both banging Chad, right? You know what I'm saying? Or Gavin, the starving artist, right? Guys, she likes Gavin and the other chick likes Gavin and he's just shooting up the club with both of them. Absolutely insane. Look at this. Look at our hashtag. Hashtag relationship patriarchy, please. Look at this, guys. Polyamory. Look at these idiots. Look at these idiots. Guys, okay, we'll do like 3 or 4 of these. And I want you guys to put surprised or not surprised if you see this person and they're polyamorous. Guys, are you surprised at the first chick? When she said she was poly? You know what I'm saying? Come on.
What is the number one mistake that people make when they're new to opening a relationship or becoming polyamorous? Hi, Terry here from Let's Talk Polyamory, here to share that one thing with you. Often what happens when people open up a relationship or decide to be polyamorous, they really skip the step of understanding what it is they want to get out of that and then determining what style fits for them. And then, as part of that, communicating that to their partner. This can lead to a lot of misunderstandings and assumptions, and then ultimately some hurts. Want to learn more? Download our What Style of Non-Monogamy is for Me and like and follow for more tips. Links are in the bio. What is the...
Look at that, guys. Look at that.
A pot smoking slut.
Look at that, guys. Someone says Lurch with a wig. Someone says, is that French big Mike Macron's husband? Someone says she looks like Gargamel. Hey guys, here. Let me explain to you how polyamory works, right? Polyamory is this thing where these average chicks, these uggos, these alternative chicks, these bohemian broads, right? They actually get with the guy they say that they want, right? The beta, right? The effeminate guy, you know what I'm saying? The
beta male.
And they're with him, and then they see, artsy Chad. They see, somewhat tall and athletic Gavin, right? And they're like, oh, hey, I want to open up the relationship because they want to keep the beta and then smash Bohemian Chad, right? But then what always happens, guys, yes, Red Door says it's mostly women wanting 2 men. Yes, but guys, here's the thing. Remixer says the wife or girlfriend says to open up a relationship and the beta agrees, so now she can cheat. But here's the thing, guys. There's quite a few times where she doesn't think that beta boy is ever going to get a chick. But then he ends up getting a chick that might be as good looking as her or better. And then all of a sudden she gets mad. All of a sudden it's,
how dare you?
You know what I'm saying? Look at that.
So polyamory.
Guys. Guys, are you surprised or are you not surprised? Right? Surprised or not surprised?
It's all fun and games until it's not, right? I always say polyamory is relationship hard mode, and I mean it. It is normally quite a bit harder than most monogamous relationships because you are forced to communicate and confront parts of yourself that you maybe could just avoid if you were in a heteronormative monogamous relationship.
Because you're all a bunch of dunderheads. Look at that. And this comment, this person says, my fiance married my husband and I. He lives with us. We are terrified of certain parents finding out that I have 2 relationships and disown us and refuse us to help them. Look at that.
The thing I don't tend to talk about as much is how much harder it is to just exist in our current world.
How do you figure?
Being polyamorous, it's starting to rain. You have to keep secrets all the time.
No, you don't, because nobody cares. Nobody cares. Look at that. What are you talking about?
You stupid woman.
Not a socially accepted thing yet. And so you're not really able to tell people most of the time. You have to just like go with this partner is my partner, and then like the other partner has to pretend to not be or to be something else. I get worried about losing my job. If I have kids one day, I'm worried about CPS being called on me just because I have multiple responsible adults in the home.
As if that's gonna happen. Please.
I have to do things like quit TikTok or quit talking about this on TikTok because you get shared onto conservative pages on Twitter and then just get
Say, oops. Ding, ding, ding. Right, guys? And you guys know that I'm going to use this Thunderhead for a video about polyamory, right? Please.
a constant onslaught of hate and death threats to the point where you start to fear for your safety.
So how about you keep this to yourself, right, guys? You know? Why? Why, guys? Guys, do you ever hear any of us talking about who we're banging, right, guys? Who we're in relationships with? No. What are you talking about?
People like Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh using your image and likeness to shit on other people who are polyamorous.
Well, I mean, you know, it's pretty easy to do when you look like this, right, guys?
Truly, if I had a choice in this, I do not think I would choose it.
So don't choose it. What are you talking about? So she's trying to say that being with more than one person in a relationship is the same as being gay. What are you talking about? Guys, do you see how far gone these dunderheads are? Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the super chat button, guys. Hit the join button. Appreciate that. But yeah, do you guys honestly think that they're trying to equate L, G, and B with some type of polyamory thing? You choose to be with people.
It's the same with being queer. I mean, I don't know how I feel about is polyamory queer conversation. That is something I change my mind on often.
So why'd you say it? Why did you say it? You dumb?
But I don't think that I would ever be able to be fully, completely
Myself.
happy without being polyamorous, which is why I am. But choosing to live my life fully and completely as myself makes life incredibly hard. I'm planning
That's the worst. Here we
a
go.
wedding right now. It's my second wedding to my wonderful fiance, and it's been a little bit of a nightmare. I have to keep secrets about the fact that I am already married and the fact that this will not be a legal wedding. I'm obviously not telling my vendors any of this, and like luckily the venue owner already knows because I know them. But it's been a lot. I've really been
Thanos, guys. I'm telling you. When Thanos snapped a whole bunch of people away, guys, I think he had a point, you know? Look at that, guys. Absolutely insane. Why, guys? Why? All right. We'll do two more, guys. Is this the same chick as this one?
Polyamory.
Guys, surprised or not surprised, right? So surprised or not surprised? Hey guys, this person says, well, they do have a look. Yeah, you're right, guys. You're right. Yeah. Look at this.
Great. Pros and cons. Let's start with the pros. Lots of great communication.
Sounds like a lot of work. I mean, it is a lot.
It is a lot of work, actually.
But it's one of the biggest pros because it helps you deal with all of your stuff.
I think another pro is having very close mirrors. Like I get to see myself reflected back in two people that I really love. And it's a really fantastic tool for self-development and reflection.
Increased sense of intimacy and support. It's what
guys, you cannot convince me that this dude likes chicks. Come on. Come on. Come on, guys. Come on. Right? Come on, dude. Guys, they're not going to fool us, right?
Like when you build a community of friends and you have several friends that get along together and you get to hang out together, that kind of support, intimacy, and love can be amazing. Another pro is having your cake and eating it too. You get the great, juicy, wonderful, amazing, stable relationship that you're looking for / relationships, and you get the
Great
fun
sex.
and excitement of new
Great
dates.
sex.
Guys. Guys, I'm speechless. Guys, you guys know that it's rare that I'm speechless. You know what I'm saying? Guys, it's rare. Guys, I got I got nothing over here. I really don't. Look at this. Look at this.
New dates.
And great sex.
And great sex.
And great sex. Okay, let's move on to cons. Scheduling. Scheduling is very tough. We'll start dating outside of the smaller thing. Making time for one another is very challenging. Another con, having to almost constantly be sitting with big emotions. So much conversation happening all the goddamn time, which we did.
And that's how you know that this guy is a beta, right? That's how you know that this guy, and I use the term loosely, guys, right? This person on the left, that's how you know that this is not a actual guy, because us guys don't have time to talk this much because we're working. We're paying bills. We're building society. We're inventing things. We're slaying the dragon. Not, I'm going to sit there and talk to my polyamorous partners, dude. What are you talking about, you absolute dunderhead?
Beta male.
Come on. Look at that.
Is a pro, but it's also sometimes a con when there's just so much to work through. Sometimes I just want to be a potato.
Mm-hmm. And the biggest pro con of all.
A pro con? Fuck. What is your pro con, man?
God damn it, let me think. Polyamory.
Oh, guys, did you... How much cringe is this, guys? Rate this on the cringe-o-meter, right? Rate this on the cringe-o-meter.
It's over 9,000!
Red Pill Science, how's it going, man? Carlos X, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man.
Overall, when things are good, they're great. And when they're bad, they can be pretty bad.
Some other cons that we have yet to experience. Oh, actually, no, we have. We actually already went through this. One con is, I think, the loss of your metamors and the swinging door of partners. I had a partner who I'm no longer seeing, who was Pat's metamor, who they had a relationship. And then once me and that person broke up, they didn't have a relationship anymore.
What are they
But
talking
that isn't
about?
necessarily always going to be the case. You can arrange it so that doesn't necessarily happen. But I'm sure that kind of felt like a con.
My relationship with that person wasn't built independently of you.
Mhm.
So then when that ended, it had to end.
So yeah, that's kind of conny.
You get multiple people's burps in your face and farts. Oh my God, the amount of farts in a single household, you would not understand the amount of gas you have to deal with.
Jesus Christ. Look, the tag in wrestling. Look at that, guys. Steve said, well, what did I walk into here? I just heard the mention for polyamory. Yeah, Steve, you said it. Why do they all have these terrible tattoos? Look at this. This chick says, I'm happy to know that this is not for me. Someone says they do have a look. Someone says they have a look. Look at that. Absolutely insane. Guys, what is going on? How did we end up here? Guys, we'll do one more, right? One more. What is going on here? What is going on?
When I say I'm polyamorous, people are like, oh, cool. That just means you want to have a lot of casual sex. No, I'm looking for the loves of my life. I am looking to merge souls. I'm just open to doing that more than one time.
Guys, you know society's cooked when the Asians start doing this foolishness. Guys, when the Chinese and the Koreans and the Japanese start doing this, man, you know you're in trouble. You know society is going down the toilet. Uh-oh.
Start your polyamory journey, you're gonna need a dictionary.
A polyamory journey? Oh no. Guys, we'll get back to the original chick, but guys, here, guys, let's look at some terms here. Okay.
We're gonna break down some of the most searched polyamory words. No gatekeeping, just me. Polycule. Think of this as like your relationship family tree. You, your partner's partners, their partners, your meta's meta. It's like a spider web. And then there's metamor, your partner's partner. You're not dating them, but you might share snacks at brunch with them or totally become besties. Compersion, this is my favorite term. So this is the holy grail of polyamorous vibes. It's one of those things in the community that's just worshipped. It's this warm and fuzzy feeling you get when you see your partner happy with someone else. People say it's the opposite of jealousy. I don't really think that's what it is, but it means that you're feeling joy seeing your partner enjoy.
What? What is going on? Is that even possible? Guys, they're trying to say that if you have feelings for a person, there's a way that you can be happy seeing them with someone else. No, guys, wait. Let's pump the brakes. Guys, hey, I'm having a thought here. All these terms are made up to force men or brainwash men into being okay with them seeing their girlfriend bang another dude. Right, guys? Guys, put a 1 if you agree. You know? They're going to use that term to browbeat their husband or boyfriend and be like, did you get your... what is it called? Whatever? Compersion? You know, you should be, if you really loved me, you would get compersion from seeing me bang Chad and Tyrone and Nug. Look at that, guys. There is no man that's worth a damn on planet Earth that's going to be okay with seeing his woman be with another man. Period. That's how it works. Compersion sounds like a Pokemon. Black Bill Daniels. Sup, dude?
Salute. What's going on?
Man, now how do you feel about this whole polyamory foolishness, man?
It's foolishness every day, man, with all women. I did a story a video about 3 hours ago on a woman using a disabled man just to get his check.
Damn.
Just to get his check.
Yeah. There's a story, guys, of a guy. I'll finish this and then I'll tell the story. Here we go.
But it means that you're feeling joy seeing your partner enjoy. Polysaturation, this is the point where your Google Calendar cries and you have literally no time for anything else but dating your partners. It means you have as many partners as
so that shows a type of people that they are. They don't have jobs. They aren't producing anything, inventing anything, helping anyone, right? They're just banging each other. Clown world.
And emotionally or logistically handle. Polyamory is not just about having multiple partners. It's about having the language of the community. So if you've been Googling all of these terms and more, you're in the right place. Make sure that you give me a pop. You're in the right place. Make sure that you give.
She calls herself sexy poly chick. Not quite. I don't know who told you that. Guys, what a joke. What an absolute joke. So guys, there was a guy. He was an older guy. He met this chick from Mexico. So he was a retired military guy, and he was getting his social security. She was like, "Hey, we should go down to Mexico. You should move down there. We'll buy a house and chill out in Mexico." So he was dumb enough to actually do it. So he moved down there. And did you know that his kids and his grandkids didn't hear of him for like 9-10 years? He dropped off the face of the planet. When they finally tracked him down, so they had a private eye come and track him down. Guys, her family basically was holding him hostage in a room. He was like tied to a bed, pooping in a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Super sick, starved. They would just get, because of checks, his social security check and his military check, they would just go to their house and they were living off of his money. So finally, they got him back to the United States. Red Pill Man, thanks for the $3.
Wait. So they will actually cash the check to a bank?
Yes. Yes.
And they didn't get the woman for fraud?
I don't know how the rest of the story went, because she was in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? So they had to go in and hire like a private team to actually go get him. They raided the house, grabbed him, got him out of there. You know? So Red Pill Man, thanks for the $3, man. Appreciate that. Thanks, man.
Seriously. Garlic croutons, dude.
Let's see. Someone said the super chat's not working. Really? Oh, I think it is. Damon, he says, I went to see, I know what you did last summer. All the chicks were mid. Media is trying to make mid and ugly chicks, and the big girls the new normal. Yeah, guys, guys, that's not happening, man. It's not, guys. You know, seriously, guys. This is the year, gentlemen. We will not support any uggos, any biggins, any mid chicks. We will not have it, guys. Don't pay for the movies. Don't pay for the TV shows. So say we all. So say we all. And Damon, man, thanks for the $10, man. Appreciate that.
You are scaring the hoes.
Thanks for that. Man. I'll try and find the story, guys. You know, but guys, so back to this dunderhead right here, right? You know, she's trying to be a unicorn and do all this. Actually, hold on, guys. Here, hold on. Can you guys think of an uglier person in Hollywood than this moron right here? You know, guys, I can't think of anyone goofier looking in Hollywood than this goofball.
What species is that? That's like great Thornburg or something like that. Or
yeah. Hold on.
Yep.
Hey, you guys!
they both fit the description.
Oh man, look at that, Bella Ramsey. If Bella means beautiful, right? Doesn't it?
Average.
No. The actual name Bella.
Oh yeah, that's that.
Yeah. But this chick is like a 2 or a 1. This chick is just ugh. You know what I mean?
Probably a 3. I'll be fair. I give it a 3.
And there are they them too. And people think that if you judge this person for her looks, that you're some type of bigot or hater. It's like, no, she's an ugly. She's not attractive at all. In the least. She looks like she has fetal alcohol syndrome. Okay, here we go.
Yourself, especially if you've had
you're getting out of a toxic relationship, you're trying to heal, you're trying to grow, you're trying to just become a better human and love yourself, make yourself a playlist. I thought about this. I would listen to music and I'd be like,
Guys, her life is in complete shambles. And she has the balls to try and tell us how to live our lives. Please, come on.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Okay, so guys, here we go. So let's see. So guys, she's talking about all this foolishness, right? About her husband and all this other stuff.
Is anybody becoming BFFs with their Chat GPT app? I mean, seriously, I'm just randomly asking questions. Like, this is normally questions that I would ask my friends.
How pathetic it is this, guys. Jason K, what's up, dude? Look at that, man. Now, guys, she started dating in her 50s, okay? She started dating in her 50s. And now, guys, she's actually realizing that maybe you should have actually stayed with your husband. Maybe you shouldn't have ran him off because now you're out here in these streets, you know? So here we go.
I'm about to go rogue and create the most out-of-pocket dating profile for myself and just
Right back, guys. Guys, this is how we found her in the first place.
Some data.
Hold on.
Because I'm already collecting data on these men that they think it's okay to say the craziest things or write the craziest. One guy, his name is Phil's Fan, and he said as his bio to describe himself, I'm part of the 8-inch club. That's what he said. That's what he's bringing to you. So lucky. Then one guy says to me, you are the bee's knees and the bomb.com. First of all, if you're saying the bomb.com still, when did that saying come out? The early 2000s, maybe? On the bomb.com and the bee's knees, and he wants to marry me and make babies with me. I'm 51. I think he was the same age, and he auto-tuned his face. Not auto-tuned. He face-tuned his face, like airbrushed it. And it's just crazy what they say, though. Like, one guy goes, how do I sign up to go on a date with you? You're gorgeous, right? Sir, come here. We're on the dating app. That's where you signed up. Now you have to ask me out on a date. That's where you sign up. Like, it is crazy. They think that's cute, I guess. And then the 40 to mid 40s to late 40s, even after 40, if you don't know what your dating preferences are or what you are,
guys, we have 108 people. We have 75 likes, guys. Make sure to hit the like button. I'd appreciate that.
Looking for, you're just winging it at 45 to 50. You got to get your shit together. You should know what kind of relationship you want. And then the men that are just like, I mean, I guess I should appreciate the honesty that they are, they want intimacy without connection. Just go pay for it.
Look at that, guys. She's 51 saying this, guys. She's 51 saying this, guys. And guys, she's trying to say, oh, well, you know, if you want to date me, so you got to have your ish together. You don't have yours together, you dunderhead. You're 51. You're a single mom. You're obviously a little bit heavy set. You know what I'm saying? And you whine about your husband on TikTok. What are you talking about? And these simps love the nose. We should go out. Please, these simps, guys. These simps. Why? Why? Look at that.
Beta male.
Come on, man. Come on.
Go pay for it. What do you want a dating app for?
But
Because that's what dating apps are used for. You're the one that's friggin' in the wrong here, you dumb.
I think I'm gonna create a really crazy dating profile with the most obscure things.
Oh, hey, BPD. Question for you, man.
Yep.
Have you heard of this this T app?
T app, no.
Hold on. Let me do this. Okay. So guys, all you guys, there's this app called the T app. I have to do a video on it. And guys, have you ever heard of these Facebook groups called Are We Dating the Same Guy? Where these chicks, let's just say Black Bill Daniels, gets hit in the head by a meteorite and actually starts to date a 304 again. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say Black Bill Daniels gets replaced by a pod person. Did you see him out on a date? Huh?
That'd be a
Say-
terrible.
Say again?
I said that'd be a terrible experience for me.
Yeah, here's the thing. Guys, they have these Facebook groups where they'll be like, oh, they'll post like Black Pill Daniels is a dating profile and be like, I went out with this guy and he did this, and this. You know what I'm saying? Now they have this thing called the T app. And they put guys on this thing. Look at this.
I know I'm not the only one who's been scrolling on that T app, or I know you're at home waiting to be accepted. So my bestie called me yesterday. She said, bestie, there's this app and they're exposing all the men. I'm like, tell me more. Tell me more. I want to know. She's like, you could post a picture of your man or the old man you used to talk to or a man that you want to talk to, and people will rate them a red flag or a green flag, and there's comments, and everything is anonymous. You could write hella comments and say whatever. You could say, dick was weak, they stink, they have kids, they're a deadbeat, they beat on women. You can say whatever you want about them, and they can't do anything because they don't have access to the app, because you got to take a picture of yourself to prove that you're a woman. So why I get into the app today, y'all, and I'm not thinking that it's like real. You know, like I'm thinking like, oh yeah, they're going to expose people, but I don't think I'm going to be knowing any of the people that's on there, right? So I get in, I'm scrolling, I don't see nobody I know, right? I don't see nobody. And I scroll a little bit more. Thank God my man ain't on there. Thank God my man ain't on there. But I didn't see his friend though. But yo, I seen.
Yeah, because he isn't on there yet. Because, guys, any chick can make up anything about anyone and post it on there. Think about how insane that is. I know a guy. He went out on a date. Chick talked too much, and she was a misandrist. So he finished the date and said, all right, have a good night. Well, we should go out again. He's like, and he just ghosted her. She put him on there. Did anyone know that this guy, but no one posted anything about him in that Facebook group because he's not a bad guy. So then he called her. He's like, why am I on here? Well, you didn't talk to me. He's like, so you put me on here because what? I ghosted you? He goes, I'm not interested. Well, you owe me. He's like, I don't owe you closure. You're going to try and publicly embarrass me. Why? Guys, I'm telling you this. Guys, please listen to me. Guys, passports. I'm serious. It's getting to the point now to where, guys, you have to leave these Western 304s alone. You have to, guys, because this guy that I'm talking about, some of the girls at his work saw him on that Facebook group that Are We Dating the Same Guy? And were coming up to him at work, and even his supervisor's like, oh, so you're breaking girls' hearts, huh? Guys, that could have affected his job. Guys, please. I cannot, in good faith, say right now that you should date in the United States. You can't do it, guys. You cannot. There's too much at risk. All they have to do is screenshot your profile and you will be all over these groups, and they'll say all types of crazy shit. Guys, please, please, please. Guys, this is not a game, okay? I mean it. This is not a game, guys. I am serious as a heart attack. Guys, you got to leave these 304s alone, okay?
People that not only that I'm friends with, but that I be seeing at the parties, that I be with at the parties, chilling with at the parties. I see people I know from the Bay, from Sacramento. I'm seeing all types of people. I'm looking at them like, clutching my pearls. They saying they giving out STDs and they burning everybody. They said they got 2 kids. I seen this one guy that I know. They say he got 2 kids and he's a deadbeat. And I didn't even know he had no kids. And I've known him for 6 years. They saying people stink. Some of the people I know, breath stank, dick weak, cornballs. Some of them they say, oh yeah, he got a big dick. Oh, I just cracked that. Oh, this is my man. So if you about to die about him, then let me, like, it's girls that mess with the same man arguing and beefing in the comments of the man. Like, I didn't think I was gonna see that many people that I knew on there. And I'm so glad that if they make a girl T app, I will be just fine. Okay, I'm loyal to my man, and I've been loyal to all my men.
We all know the reason why she knows guys that are on there.
You tell her she's a goddamn whore.
And I talked to one man at one time, and I love them wholeheartedly, and nobody can get on there and say anything about me. The only comment's gonna be hella green flags and say she sucked dick good as hell. That's all you can say about me. But yeah, y'all go download the app, and hopefully we'll get accepted, and go look at all the tea, because it's
Look at that, guys. Guys, you know she's with Nug Nug, right, guys? You know this is the bride of Nug Nug, right? Absolutely insane, guys. Here we go. Look at another one here.
The app is all fun and games, but y'all better pray that these men don't get their own version. A lot of y'all women get spared so much because men don't run their mouth. If men ran their mouth half as much as y'all ran y'all mouth, a lot of y'all would be in trouble. A lot of y'all. Because everything that these men be guilty of, y'all be guilty of and more. If these men get an app where they can expose anonymously the trifling women that a lot of y'all are, y'all gonna be in trouble. Y'all gonna be in a lot of trouble. A lot of y'all been smashing a lot of men in y'all cities, right? Y'all done got around, and it's gonna get bigger than just barbershop talk where they can compare notes about y'all. They'll have a whole app where they can show and talk about how many of y'all done smashed how many dudes in the city, right? All of the nasty things you done to those dudes on the first meetup. How many of y'all done lied about being pregnant? How many of y'all done put babies on men that didn't even belong to them? How many of y'all done had trains ran on you? Talk about your hygiene and how some of y'all cat be stank. How nasty a lot of y'all are when it comes to how clean you keep the place that you stay, how well you take care of your kids, how some of y'all are deadbeats, but you live in the house with your children. Like, y'all truly don't want this to get to the point where men can expose y'all. And we ain't even gonna get into the pictures and videos that a lot of these men got of y'all, because y'all just be sending nudes to anybody. Like, it could get real wild out here in these streets. So this is a slippery slope with this whole exposing people's type stuff. And especially when it's only one side and then you can only get one version of the story. Y'all better get on y'all knees and pray that these men don't get an opportunity to expose y'all. Because us men and women who have lived decent lives and we've lived lives that we can be proud of, there's nothing to expose. So we could care less about these apps, right? Don't matter. App for men, app for women, there's nothing to expose. We don't go around sleeping with a whole bunch of people and involving ourselves with a whole bunch of people. So there ain't nothing to say about us. So we safe. But the rest of y'all be careful.
Look at that, guys. Someone says guys have their own version now. She says it's called T-Born or Telegram. T-Bomb or Telegram. And someone says, in Telegram, men have created private chats where I hear that they're exchanging adult tapes and adult photos to other men. Well, you poked the bear, right? You guys started talking mess about us. Did you not forget? I mean, did you forget that that dude you were talking mess about has a footage of you on his phone? You know? Come on, man. What are you talking about, dude? We'll do another one. Hold on.
So some of y'all are laughing really hard about that T app, like it's entertaining, like it could never be you. But let's be for real. The same men y'all are giggling about are in your likes, your DM, some of y'all's beds. Like it's not just gossip, it's women literally finding out that they've been disrespected, humiliated, betrayed. Like that's not funny, that's literally pain. And if you think you're immune to it, I have a rude awakening for you. You just haven't been tested yet. Some of y'all are literally cackling in the comments like y'all are above the mess, like a man has never embarrassed you in private or won't do it in public tomorrow. Are literally treating women's pain like it's tea. Like the same dusty man won't be one hate stranger away from doing you the same exact way. Like I just don't know. I just feel like I would never laugh at another woman just to boost my own ego. That's not strength. That's literally insecurity in disguise. And the thing is too, karma be real quiet until it's calling from inside the house. All I'm gonna say is real women don't act like they're above being betrayed by a man. We know none of us are counted out from heartbreak, lies, or disrespect. Not because we're weak.
But you all hate each other. So of course you're gonna laugh. Australian dude, I knew all about this Freaknik thing. Guys, I'm black and I'm 44 years old. All right. So guys, I was in high school, like in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So guys, that whole Freaknik thing, we heard all about that. We knew that there was girls that were, 18, 19, even younger, flying to those things and having all this foolishness, college girls, all that going out there. You know what I'm saying? That's why that it shocked me. Guys, I forget, Black Pill.
What's up?
Isn't it crazy how like we forget like if you're into like just hip hop or even like rap or whatever, like how different the culture is now than it was back then. You know what I'm saying? Like now, rap, hip hop is like the most popular type of music in America. But back in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? Like, you remember those days?
Yeah.
We're all. What's that?
Yeah. I remember those days. Yep.
Yeah. Where like all the parents bought all the Public Enemy albums or the NWA albums and ran them over with the friggin' steamroller. You know what I'm saying? And all that stuff. So we knew all about the Freakniks. You know what I'm saying? They were like, and this is before the internet. This is like a word of mouth thing. It's like, oh snap, y'all didn't hear about that. That's how crazy those broads were. That they were legends without the internet. Just word of mouth 304s. So here you go.
T-App is diabolical. Let me tell y'all how I just got blocked because of that shit. I was texting this thing and I was like, yeah, he posted you on the app. He like, oh yeah, it's me we're talking about. Duh. I love that feisty shit. Anyway, so then I call him a little while later and I'm like, yo, I would never.
I can't stand her voice, guys. She's loud. Here we go.
Okay, I finally got in on the T-App. One, it's so oversaturated. Like, I was scrolling and there's like a bunch of men that just have no comments, no anything. And I feel like that defeats the purpose. But I guess that's the point, is like you want more women on there to kind of be able to tell on these men. But I put my man on there, like my man, and he got 2 green flags. No comment, no tea, just green flags, which we love. I kind of am bored and want to post like old men that I used to talk to just for shits and gigs and like.
See? So guys, that she hasn't talked to you in years. She's just gonna post them there to talk mess. Look at that, guys.
A little giggle out of it and be like, what are people's stories about them? Because I know how terrible they are. But if anyone has a man that they want added to the T-App and they haven't gotten approved yet, let me know. I will do my big one for you and I will add you and I'll let you know what they would say back.
Look at that, guys. These chicks are cooked, man. They're cooked.
So my man got exposed on the DMV T-App, and I just wanted to come on here and say that.
And this is dating in the DMV. BPD, did you know that 1 and 2 B-dubs in the DMV has the herp derp? 52%. 52% of all B-dubs in the DMV have the herp derp. Guys, yeah, there are a lot of light-skinned chicks talking about this. That's pretty crazy. Like, most of these chicks have been light-skinned chicks, you know? Huh.
I'm lying, and I don't have a man, but I do have a company, and it's called Soma Media. We are a digital and social media marketing company, and we're having a happy hour at the Arla Hotel. It is a networking happy hour.
Oh, shut up. But yeah, guys, this T-app is foolishness. If you're in the DMV, guys, just don't date. Just don't date. Because you will end up on there. Yeah, Steve said defamation of character. Come on, man. And they can put anything that they want. How? Someone actually said in the comments that they tried to do this. They tried to have an app where it was the other way around. But guys started sharing nudes. It's like, hey, yo, check this chick out. And then it got taken down, you know? So, but yeah, guys, back to this Thunderhead. Look at this. Dating apps and dating in my 50s. Here we go, guys.
Can we talk about the dating apps? Do the men out there not have any friends? Or, I mean, I've seen these men, they have daughters. Why isn't anyone helping them curate their profile? Help them with pictures. Now, I understand certain men don't probably have family members to help them or friends. But if you do, ask your friends to look at your profile. These men have the worst pictures. They're not flattering, and I'm sure that these people are better looking than their pictures. Men take horrible pictures.
I'm sure you aren't better looking than your pictures. We can tell.
Horrible selfies. But ask somebody to review your profile, because it's giving zero effort. It's giving how it would be to date you, for real. I mean, somebody said there was prompts, and it was like, my dream house includes you, a pool, and something else. And I'm like, so it doesn't matter what your dream, it doesn't even matter who the person is. It's just if anyone says that they're in it, that's their dream house. You guys are so predictable and so easy to weed through. It's actually fun.
This chick is cooked.
Can we talk about the dating
She's
apps?
cooked. Cooked.
So remember how I wanted to start a rogue account and collect data on Bumble or Hinge and just say the most out-of-pocket thing? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you have to go back a video. So here we go. Let the games begin. I have a couple prompts on my account to stimulate conversation, and it's a great way to judge character, and this is a prime example. So one of my prompts is, what's an acceptable number of houseplants to have? And this has actually stimulated a few conversations with other men. But let's see.
Hey, guys, quick hint. If some chick has that question on her dating profile, what's the acceptable number of houseplants?
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Come on. Are you serious? Are you serious?
This guy says. So what's an acceptable number of houseplants? 69.
What's the acceptable number of houseplants? 69. Come on, guys. That's hilarious. Yo, guys, come on. Guys, that is hilarious.
So I woke up and looked at that
And of course she responds. Of course she responds, right? She can't just leave it alone and just think he's just an ass, right? No, right?
This is what I came up with. Is this supposed to be? He's probably not going to respond because he's a weak chump. Father of 3. I recorded.
And yet, he's a weak chump, but he's living rent free in your head, right? You set up real estate in your head because you've taken this and then made a whole TikTok about it. Look at that.
His whole bio too. Father of 3. I also wanted to be like, do you have daughters, sir? Would you think this would be an acceptable response for a man to give to your daughters? Like these guys are scumbags. They think they're funny. Like we are not in 7th grade. This dude's 46 years old. Do better. You're not. This isn't cute. That's not cute. It's not funny. This is a joke.
Guys, she is upset. Look at that, guys. She is upset. And guys, this is what 51-year-old chicks, 45-year-old chicks have to look forward to. This is the first time in history where 45-year-old chicks, 55-year-old chicks, and 65-year-old chicks are competing for all the same men as 25-year-old chicks.
Well,
never.
And I was going to say, well, isn't she stuck between a straw man? Because even if the guy, let's say he didn't use the derogatory here, wouldn't she then claim that he would be too bland? Because if she wants to go down that route of a gentleman, let's say, wouldn't that imply that if he would be a stingent ruler to be like, hey, this is what you need to do if you're going to be my one, wouldn't she not like that too?
Yeah.
So she's not letting that guy to actually placate for like flirting.
Yeah. Well, like I said, this chick's bitter. I don't know if you saw the first part of the live, that she was whining about her ex. He's abusive. He's a narcissist. He gambles. He this and that. But then he left with another chick. So this whole thing is just cap. If she could have left him first, she wouldn't be doing any of this. Because he left her, how dare he leave her, right? And especially move on to another chick, right? How dare he?
How dare you?
Right? Come on, man.
So we have a response. I guess I made him think about.
Here we go again. Here we go again. She's still talking about this guy.
You know, his 69, and is that an appropriate amount of plants? So here's the follow-up, which I showed to my 19-year-old son, and he goes, no way, he quad texted you, which I didn't even know was a thing, I guess.
Saying, as a man, you cannot be coming in texting 4 messages like this right here. Like, this is way too draw. You just like,
dude, he's 46. She's 51. He's not 19. What are you talking about?
Is she a single mom?
Of course she is.
So
hell yeah. Wait. Hell yeah. You have to ask that?
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked.
See, what happens is that they have their son husbands.
Yeah.
And so anything that she wants in a man, she again placates to her son.
Yeah.
So and here's the best part. If you went through his history of texting girls, he would have done the same thing.
Yep. And it works on girls.
Yep.
Guys don't do things on dating apps unless it works. You understand? Look at this. Wow, bro. Wow, look at that, man. He's 46. What are you talking about?
Well, and even then, he says that it was supposed to be funny because this is where you again play the straw man to say if he was a Brad Pitt, she wouldn't have the same reaction.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
It's true.
Okay.
Oh Jesus! Here we go.
PSA.
I can't.
Okay, that could be true that the women get more messages because men have this unbelievable confidence that.
Look at how out of touch she is. This person is, even if the profile was perfect, we wouldn't get a response. I bet my last thought that any woman has significantly more messages than us. It's not confidence. It's just quantity, right? You have to throw 1,000 lines to get one bite. It's not confidence.
Well, and remember what I had stated, I don't know, a couple weeks back, is that the reason why he sent that was a curiosity of flirtation, jargon, conversation. Men do this. Like, that's how you do. That's how you flirt. And her joy, and here's the disappointing, her joy that she's 51 or whatever, her look right there is very disappointing, because that look's taking away the curiosity of men actually interested in chatting with women. And then this woman will be the same one reasoning of why her daughter is single and why aren't men talking to her. It's like you create this atmosphere of men just not being interested in women anymore.
Yeah, guys, I don't know how you guys do it. All you guys are out here in these streets now. Nope, none for me, thanks. I'm driving. Straight up, dude. No way.
And the thing is, women put on this front like they happy, but in the back of their mind, they just sad, disappointed.
Well, I wouldn't even say it at the back of their minds. The moment that they get home and their front door closes, right?
Yep.
Guys, I'm telling you, you look at all the mental health problems going on with women, abusing alcohol, vaping, you know what I'm saying? All the antidepressants, all the debt, all the stuff, obesity because they eat their feelings. All this comes from these chicks. Honestly, have guys. So women want relationships more than they want children. Think about that for a second. Most women have a relationship-sized hole in their heart. Most women want to be with a guy that they admire and respect, right? The thing is that they're insufferable. A lot of them are old. They're overweight. And here's the thing: they don't respect men. Period. They've been trained to not respect men, but they're only attracted to a man that they can respect. But they don't respect men at all. Oops. And they don't admire men because they hate men. Guys, there are women out there that wish that they were lesbians because they hate men so much. If this is like what can I like it to? They're junkies that fall off the wagon, right? These chicks, they're I'm a feminist and I'm strong and independent, right?
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
So I'm gonna be, hanging out with my girlfriends, and then women's marches and blah blah blah. But then every now and then, once, twice a year, they'll end up at the bar and they'll find some redneck Chad, some conservative guy, some MAGA hat wearing dude. He just blows their back out, and then they're sitting there in the bathtub crying just like someone who just shot up again after leaving a friggin' an NA meeting. You know what I'm saying? I did it again.
And social media is their last vestige, because you had single moms, so they placate their children. They say they love their children. Then they moved to pets, and pets were a thing for a couple generations, but more so within the past 15 years. They said, I have fur babies. And then they moved on to hedonism, their trips, what they do for a day in the life of. Like they went and honed in on what their personality type was. And then they moved to social media. Social media is a new fur baby, their new child, their new thing. And when women objectively look at men, which is only a top 10% typically, 5% depending, they say all men are the same. Well, men don't live in the luxury lifestyle of hedonism. They live in, there is some despotism a little bit, because there are men that struggle. But I think what men enjoy is leisure. They enjoy relaxing, peace, all that. And when they look at women, and you could bring finances into it, but as far as most men are concerned, if they objectively look at women, if they weren't as debt ridden and they had a sense of humility, men would take them up. But
that's true.
with what happens like with the dating app. Like I was on the Are We Dating the Same Guy thing, and I was part of the suit that actually brought down the Meta Facebook, and they canceled it.
Whoa,
And I
whoa,
find-
whoa, 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 hold on. I need you to repeat what you just said to me.
So there was a suit regarding Facebook when Are We Dating the Same Guy, because they closed all the Facebook. If you even look it up, they closed them all because it's
How long ago?
Probably 6 months ago. Because
Okay.
if you look inside the terms and conditions, now mind you, there could be some that are up that aren't recognized by AI. But if you look it up with inside the fine agreements of Tinder, Bumble, Hinge, Facebook dating, there's actual language within the terms and conditions where it explicitly says, and even Tinder did this back in the day because you couldn't snap screen it if you're old enough to remember. And it's funny where they went around that, and it's like, look, I remember back in September, November, October area, there's a guy in New York, player alpha guy, the typical Chad, and he actually brought suit against 12 girls. Now you can write anonymous as much as you want, but there's still an IP connected to it. And I think he brought 12 women up on charges against defamation. And I believe he won. I believe he did win because they all had to come out. The faces were all exposed. So I would be very behoove of these women to actually think before you write this, because you are correct. I think it was you or this other guy where you guys were stating where it's like, or no, the female, you had a female clip. If men would make the same thing, personally, men don't need to make one because we're very self-aware of where we have a community of the red pill black or MGTOW. And it's like, in general, passport first generation are your best goes to if you actually have, I mean, religion, I don't even know if you can toss into it. But going back to the main thing, what caused Facebook to do it, they could actually bring a lawsuit against them because it's a breach of the terms and conditions.
Now, guys, let's take a little pit stop here, because guys, I haven't talked about this yet. But guys, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You guys saw what Barry was talking about? Fred R, man, thanks for becoming a member, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Oh, hey, AJ.
Yeah.
The Henry, what was his name? Henry H here. Yeah. The California, that was the California guy. There was a guy in LA and there's a guy in New York City. And there was a guy in Houston. I'm not aware of the Houston one actually being resolved, but I think they did I know if all the cases are similar, they bunch them into like one defamation. And I believe what I'll do, I'll send it in the Discord, because what I believe happened is that they actually brought suit against the women, and they paid a not substantial, but a couple thousand in the teens. And again, I would be very behoove of these women because a lot of women don't have a lot of money. That's the thing. And that's going to be on your record. And I believe what happened is that some of these women actually got fired because if they breach a contract on a simple Facebook, what's going to make them breach a contract in the business, right? So, got to work smarter, not harder, I suppose. But I think what is coming to fruition is these women can't hold their grips with men actually walking away. And as that last video said about the woman that had a good man, but she looked up prior men she was with, that's deceit. That's I wouldn't even say envy. That's can't think of the word. But that's bad awnings, because then the man's like, well, why are you looking up these old photos? It's childish, and I'm not surprised it took this long to do it. But it's like, look, if you want to play your cards right and you want to do it, that's fine. But it doesn't mean a business needs to hire you, because they're going to look into it. And best of luck.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, chicks are demons, man. But guys, anyways, back to Barry here, right? Let's pump the brakes, right? Now, guys, are we surprised that this dingleberry would say stuff like this. You know?
Oh, not
Look at
surprised.
this. Because guys, I mean, he and Big Mike have been together for how long now? But look at this, guys. Look at this. Well, first of all, where are we?
Why are you gay?
Had a gay professor in college at a time when openly
Yes.
gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show.
He said that can even correct a boy's father if the boy's father isn't good enough. Absolutely insane, guys. Look at this.
This nigga Obama, bro. Some of y'all took what this man said and just ran with the shit. So let me break it down in stupid so that y'all will fucking get it. Because apparently,
Yeah, you're a little soft in the foot too. If you look at this guy with his shirt off.
Obama, you could have said black boys just need strong men around.
It's true.
You could have said black boys need tough men around. You could have said black boys.
Unicycle man with the $50, man. Hey, appreciate that. He said random donation. Always watching your vids, lurking. Been watching since I was on Undead Chronics. Yeah, man. I was on his a while ago. I need to actually hit him up and get back on there. Chris Mike hooked me up with Undead Chronics. So yeah, man. Thanks for that, man. Thanks for the donation, my friend. Appreciate that.
You are scaring the hoes.
Thanks for that, man.
Boys just need black men to show them the way. No, you said they need gay men around. Gay men. Okay, so I don't know what you got going on, but you went left, far left.
He did that a long time ago, right, guys? Come on.
Democratic far left. Literally. Then on top of that, it's like, why would you say that? I'm confused. Like, why? Like, no Diddy, bro. Like, where was the pause at? Yeah. Black boys need to be around the gay men. Whoa, bro. Pause. No. All right. R.I.P. to Joan Rivers. Maybe you was right. Hey, man, you said this. Why? So the gay agenda, the alphabet community agenda was right. So that was you. Instead of you trying to do black rights, black American rights, FBA rights, we could have had reparations. But you talking about gay men shit. And I have no problem with the alphabet community. Okay.
All right, guys. Hold on.
Did y'all see where Barack Obama said every little boy needs a gay man in his life? Do you see that shit? Honey, do you know when he was in office, do you know how many laws he passed for the gays? Not the blacks, for the gays.
Is she lying?
That and black women.
That's true.
But he definitely supported black women.
Well, hey guys, the B-dubs and LDHC TVs are both equally as destructive.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So, and I hate to preface this of like, I have black friends. So I have friends of mine, right? And when Obama was elected, all of them were, it was like a half look, if you understand my meaning. And when everything came to fruition, it was kind of funny because it was, I'm voting for the first black man. I have a childhood friend of mine. I've been friends with him for almost 20 years. And a vet friend of mine I've been friends with close to 10. Both of them said the same thing. Didn't matter military or where you grew up. And they're like, he's full of shit. And I was like, well, why do you say that? He's like, dude, he's all going for the gay rights and black women. I was like, well, I'm sure there's something for black guys, because at that time I was what,
Yeah.
18, 19 at the time. He's like,
Yeah, no.
dude. He's like, no, it's all a play on words. And of course, everything came to fruition afterwards, and it was just, now I saw this in white women. It was like, oh, we're the non-oppressors because we voted for a black guy, and I'm
Yeah.
sitting there like, no, that sounds stupid, because if you vote based on color, not on policy, you're not really getting anywhere. And no, it's kind of curious because what was it, Michael or Michelle or whatever the hell,
Big Mike.
that dude must have pumped him full of estrogen from the backseat.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's not panning out.
Pumped him full of something, that's for sure. Disgusting. Come on, dude.
He passed so many laws for the gays, and I love my gay people because I understand that there are people who are born gay, okay, and then there are people who are chemically altered. That's the thing. So while he says every boy needs a gay man in their life, let's open up the Pandora's box from when they first was trying to put him in office and all the things that they were saying about him. Let's start going back down that rabbit hole and let's begin to see what we were not willing to see before. Let's open our eyes, that those who have eyes see clear.
One more, guys.
America, Obama done lost his motherfucking mind. Cue the video.
I had a gay professor in college at a time when openly gay folks still weren't out of line, who became one of my favorite professors and was a great guy and would call me out when I started saying stuff that was ignorant. You need that to show empathy and kindness. And by the way, you need that person in your friend group so that if you then have a boy who's gay or non-binary or what have you, they have somebody that they can go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
I wholeheartedly disagree with you, Mr. President.
But here's the thing, guys. He went on to say they started with fathers aren't everything. It can't be everything. So it's good to have this person around to check your dads. Like, no respect for fathers, no respect for men at all. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely insane.
President, I disagree whole fucking hardly. I do not need any homosexual people in my life to give me a more empathetic or kinder way of looking at life. I need to better myself, and once I better myself, I will better those around me, because I will treat others how I would want to be treated. I don't give a fuck if you like to go sword fight. I don't give a fuck if you like to put scissors in taco fight. I don't give two flying fucks, to be honest with you. You do you, I'm gonna do me. But saying that you need people who are in that community to be in your group or within your circle in order for you to be more empathetic or have a better understanding of how to treat other human beings is gaslighting, for one. Two, it's misinformation and it's manipulative for those who are simple-minded. Not saying the person who may watch this may be simple-minded, but some motherfuckers are just stupid as shit and just gonna go with whatever the fuck they have. We're gonna call it spade a spade. You do not need homosexuals in your life in order to be able to treat homosexuals with human decency. That's like saying you need heterosexual people in your life in order to treat heterosexual people correctly. It sounds stupid as fuck. You don't. You just need to learn how to treat humans how you would want to be treated. It don't matter. To be honest with you, I can disagree wholeheartedly with your lifestyle. I can just say, I just disagree with what you do. It's like my auntie. She was a crackhead. I disagree with her doing crack, but it didn't make her a bad person. She was just a crackhead. I wanted her to not do crack. She continued to do crack. Still was a good person, but it doesn't make me treat crackheads any better or any worse. I just disagree with your lifestyle. I do not need crackheads around me for me to know how to treat crackheads. I'm gonna treat you like a human being regardless, bro. I don't care what you do. Do what you do around the folks you do what you do around. If I don't want that around me, respect my wishes. But that shit just stupid as fuck. That's why a lot of people didn't vote for Michelle, or if she was around, a lot of people weren't gonna vote for her because of this narrative you push, bro. You push this gay ass narrative, bro. We tired of that shit. I don't give a fuck. A lot of people feel like this was your agenda from the jump. A lot of people feel like this was your agenda the whole time. I am people. At first, I didn't. But then the more I look into that shit, I'm like, damn, nigga, you pushing a whole lot of bullshit. And it's not the fact that gay people are bad people. It's the fact that y'all was forcing that shit down motherfuckers' throat, bro. Y'all was making it seem like if you disagreed with the LMNOP community that you was just a bad person, that we were transphobic, homophobic, and all this other shit. Bro, no, I just don't want my kids reading about how to suck dick when they 3 years old. I don't want to hear that stupid ass shit. The fuck? So, Obama, you lost your motherfucking mind, bro. You don't need to have gay people within your vicinity or within your group or within your circle in order for you to know how to treat another human being properly. That's just stupid. You don't need gay people.
And guys, there's not even like the numbers. They're what, 1% of the population, right? So every person on Earth or in the United States is supposed to know these people. Guys, please watch your language in the chat, please. I appreciate you guys, your passion there, but guys, no swearing, no, code your language, guys, please. You know. My second guys, hold on. Guys, my second channel just got demonetized. So 50304s is no longer monetized, guys. So please don't get this one demonetized. Okay? I'd appreciate that if I didn't get a notice tomorrow that this channel's getting demonetized too. All right? And it already happened to me once in the last week. I don't need this thing to happen to me here. Okay? So guys, please, put orange man, just code the language.
YouTube.
What were you saying? Hell yeah.
What I was gonna say, I find it curious where if we're talking dating, because I'm going off of what this guy said. So if we're going dating, everybody puts it to Kevin Samuels, which is true. And I think what I'm starting to see, which I wasn't born at that time, a lot of the youth of Black men, it reminds me of Tupac. You know how Tupac back in the day was, government conspiracist, ranted and raved it a little bit, but calling out people. I'm starting to see the same type of demeanor inside the youth of Black guys, where their eyes are open of all the charades that are going on. And it's kind of not even overwhelming. I'm very happy for it because they're calling a spade a spade. Like what this guy just went on a rant about was very true. Very true.
Yeah.
And
Well, I think he's like a young millennial. I think he's maybe like in his late 20s. But you see that like young millennials and Gen Z are conservative AF, especially young Black men. My nephew and all of his friends all voted for Orange Man. All of them, every single one. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So they aren't having it,
Well, I think it comes to an understanding that if you put politics aside, I think in general, if you generally ask people objectively, they'll say, what do you want better in a community? Most people will say, I want to trust society. I want jobs back. Illegals can be part of the conversation, but generally people want family, people want cohesion, and people want to trust society.
And they want safety.
Correct.
They want safety.
Correct.
They want, that's true.
And when you implement all like Obama doing the gay stuff or whomever may do whatever to start a riot, the communities of whatever race you would want to pick are just sitting there saying, we're done. We're done. And you can see the last vestige of the outliers trying to influence communities. And it's like, you're not getting it from the men.
It's true. And guys, here's the thing. Guys, put a 1 if you agree. All the far left, crazy progressive politics, like all the things that they try and pass, guys, women are the ultimate victims of.
Yep.
Anytime that they open the borders and make soft on crime, men are already the primary victims of all crime, right? But when it spikes, it's the women who get it. The transformers, they're all in their sports and in their changing rooms now. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones that have to deal with this mess. They came into the workforce, wages stagnated. So Steve with $20, man, Canadian, thanks for that. He just upcoming 16.5K. Thanks, man. Appreciate that, my friend. Appreciate that, man. Thanks so much.
Well, you are scaring the hoes.
And I think this sentiment where I think Andrew was on Pierce Morgan, a couple weeks back, and it was was it Savannah or Emily, the blonde-haired woman?
Oh, Emily. Emily Saves America, aka TradCon feminist. Yeah.
Diehard lib. Yeah. So
Ugh.
I find it curious because I love how Andrew pretty much said. He's like, no, love it. Put them all in the sports. I want you to get kicked in the teeth.
Yeah.
Because I
yeah.
think the general sentiment of men are just like, do it. Do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we're no matter the age of the man, because I think even boomers are coming around to it. But and here's the crescendo. Once boomers are out, the millennials are the vestige of the X gen. You're not gonna push around the X gen and the X gen the millennial. It's good luck. You're not gonna get anywhere.
Yeah, Gen X, we don't care, guys. We've been known for not giving a damn. You know, we just don't. You can't shame us. You can't do any of that. And then millennial men are the biggest betas, though. Honestly, in general, I know all you millennial guys that are listening to this aren't. So I'm not talking about y'all, but we looked at the chart and it said millennial men as like 57% call themselves feminists when asked.
Well,
so the majority of millennial men call themselves feminists, and then with Gen Z, that dropped to like 37% or something.
Well, man, what I've started to see is a trend with those that are married, friends or not. What I have a tendency to see is that there are some that adhere to their parents, which most millennial parents are later boomers or later or early boomers or later X gens. And what transpired is they grew up on the rom-coms in the 90s and early 2000s. Now, I grew up on like the 50s, 60s, Sean Connery, slap a woman, that type of stuff. But there's the millennial generation that grew up with stoicism. And then there's the other generation that grew up on simpy or single moms.
Yeah.
And I've seen I've seen this repeatedly where it's like, it is very difficult to shake a baby, like shake that out of the man. And what's after that is phenomenal, mind you. But it takes a lot of work. And I think what you, along with other communities, do a lot of work with men. And it's amazing because with all women ranting and raving on TikTok or Instagram, you can see it working. It is working.
Yeah. Guys, we're at over 100 likes, guys. Thanks for that. So you guys know where we got to go now, right? Come on.
Y'all want to ask me what I'm doing? I'm outside hoeing. I work at Hoeing. Y'all want to know what company I work at? I work at Hoeing. That's the company I work at, Hoeing.
Let's see.
What's up there for TikTok? So, I want to know.
Let's see, who is this?
Wait, so
DJ, how's it going, man?
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Yeah, War 304 TikTok, man. Look at these broads. Look at these broads, guys. People who are new to the channel, like, guys, someone left in the comments of one of these lives was like, I cannot believe they have 304 TikTok. But guys, there are honestly chicks out here bragging about being literal streetwalkers on TikTok.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wish that they would bring back the big wooden thing with the scarlet letter on it. You know what I'm saying?
Shame.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, my only question is that what's the difference between this and a robot?
Oh, you saw the whole sex bot video that I did. All these chicks are all mad. I can't believe the men are doing this, and this is so threatening.
But
wait a minute. Let's just say that there was some guy who was a straight up deviant, right? He's over there with his dolls. He's not doing it to you. Here's the thing, guys. This is the craziest part about the 304s, right? Let's just say, because Black Belt Daniels there, he's Black Belt. He's not dealing with these 304s anymore. Black Belt's up in the cabin, chilling in the woods. These chicks cannot fathom a world where he's just minding his own business. Oh, he must be planning something. He's gonna do something to us. He's not thinking about you, you dunderhead.
Well, and here's
what are you talking about?
Here's the thought with this. I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was saying that he's like, so I brought up insemination clinics where men would just go. There would be an egg, and as a man, you could pay to have a baby, right?
DJ, you have a really sensitive microphone, so I can hear you breathe. Just mute until you talk, okay? Because I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me breathe?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad, man.
Yeah.
My bad.
You're all
Hold
good.
on.
Just unmute when you talk. Yeah, thanks, bro.
And it will come to a point where if these robots were to come to fruition, to how I am thinking is, what's going to stop you having the flip of a switch, let's say, and you could say, hey, in pregnancy incoming, and you can just inseminate these bots and just have the embryo be built with inside this bot like you would do in a clinic.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, that's a little, far-fetched, right? A little conspiracy. But at the same time, you got to rationalize to be like, if things are going the way they are, and men are just saying, you know what, screw it, you have all this ill-written debt, your attitude is bad, your humility is bad, your character is garbage. What's going to stop a company from doing something like that? Men pay 20 grand, let's say, for a robot that you can inseminate. What, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's
the thing? Hell yeah, this is all about power, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Because a lot of these chicks, I realize the only power they have is what's between their legs, and they can. And the idea that a man would not just choose a doll, but choose nothing, right?
How dare you?
They can't stand it. The fact that there are guys who would rather stay home and just not even have sex or not even try is just alien to them. But now, think of this. In one of the clips I did, this chick said, men are taking what they see on the internet and wanting to act it out. That means that there's this new force out there on the internet letting guys do this stuff to them.
Well,
but then once a guy wants to do it to an inanimate object, right? All of a sudden it's
how dare you?
Clown world.
Well, and when you innately stop men from, is it like the video we just had watched from a man engaging in flirting? Yes, depends on the looks, how much money he has. It will come to a point where I stated before, the curiosity of men being interested in women kind of fails. And the only fail safe would be that a company's like, just what's happening now. We have a birth crisis. What's going to happen? We have to create a product.
Trent, okay, here's the thing about it. This is the same argument. Okay.
It's a straw man.
No. I want you to think about this, right? Women want men to have a birth control pill.
Yep.
We want a birth control for men. Do they really want that to happen? Do they really want to give away their power of who gets born? Of who gets pregnant and who gets born? Think about that. I want to have a baby, but my husband won't go off his birth control.
Well, I only say it's a straw man because so it says, think about it, being able to have a child without a woman involved. Well, technically it's a straw man considering we've had 70 million abortions since the 60s.
Baby deletions.
Baby deletions.
Yeah.
What is the provocation for men to actually be involved with a woman if a woman doesn't care? That's the whole point.
What I'm saying is
can I chime in on that right quick?
Yeah.
Okay. Men do have a birth control pill. But it's not as popular as people think. And it was funny because you were talking about TikTok. They're trying to say dating men on TikTok is a humiliation ritual, which is hilarious, but they have I just broke down the video. Like I said, I just got hip to your channel not too long ago, and I did a couple of reactions and stuff, which was pretty cool. But they have these dolls in Europe now, and the women over there are complaining because they're like, guys can do all of this stuff to these dolls, which would require consent from women. So they're talking about how it's like, inhumane and the dolls need rights and all kinds of stuff, and they're like blowing their top about it. Whereas guys, we're not talking about how women walking around with our phalluses and it's not attached to a body and it's inhumane and stuff.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So they, they can't even look at their own hypocrisy with it. And women have way more toys than men. Actually, it's funny coming up. women used to get on men for, for corn. And the thing is that they consume the majority of it.
Mm-hmm.
They actually consume the majority of it and all the crazy stuff, But men have a male birth control pill.
Now there was clinical trials, but it never got approved.
It never caught on. And then
No,
the
no,
thing is that it makes you
it
sterile.
didn't pass. Yeah, so it never went on the market. Here's the thing about birth control that drives me nuts. You guys know how women always do this tit for tat stuff. Like, well, men can sleep around, so should we. Whatever. They don't understand that with that we have a different like mental and physiological paradigm when it comes to sex. And then we have a different birth control paradigm. They already have their eggs. We create sperm. It's not the same thing. You have to stop your body from creating the natural cells that it already does. It's not the same. But they think that, oh, men just take these, they can't handle the birth control like we can. It's a different type of chemical. It's a different way to stop your gametes. It's not the same thing. But they're so stupid. They're so self-centered that they only think of, well, we take birth control and it does blank, but it does something completely different to a man. It's a different chemical. It has different effects. What are you talking about? What are you saying?
It's completely different because we give life, they give birth. That's why it's
That's true. Yeah,
we're the seed of life.
Thank you.
Yeah, we
but
give
the
life.
way that these chicks talk now is that they do everything. How many times have you guys heard on these podcasts where these chicks basically say that they don't need men to have baby?
Today's women don't even know their own anatomy.
Yes,
they don't even know their own anatomy.
And that they create life. And guys, or that they can take they say that there's a new thing where you can take a woman's bone marrow.
Yeah, that always
make a baby. That's not true.
Yeah. And they have that stillborn.
Well, and
that baby will be stillborn.
And if we want to be honest about it, they've done trials with. So there's three points with this. You have birth control that's actually hard to conceive, depending on how many years you take it.
Yep.
You have the shot, clot shot that created infertility in women. And then on top of
you
this,
see the big lawsuit?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With what's it called? The depot shot?
Well,
there's a huge lawsuit
three.
now.
Technically, there's three. There's one in Japan with Korea. There's one in Europe, and then there's one in America. And with the third one is the Jones theory that's actually coming to be true is the estrogen in the water. Because as much as I hate to say it, you're seeing a flamboyance with the youth. And honestly, I don't know the last time I've drank tap water, but
Alex Jones.
There's starting to be true where it's like, what does estrogen do to the male body?
Well, here's the thing about the guys. Let's here's one thing that they don't tell you guys about the guys. When a man takes a whole bunch of estrogen, you guys know his chances of getting cancer increase by a multitude, and vice versa, right? That's why these female bodybuilders and stuff that take a bunch of testosterone, they're all jacked up. These transformers, it's so funny that they're like, we're trying to help them. Guys, they are making them sterile, and they're basically giving them all cancer. It's ridiculous. But guys, this is the depot. The depot shot. There's a lawsuit because it causes serious side effects, including brain tumors and bone density loss. Look at that.
Well, and did you see what Japan came out with?
Japan.
So you can look up Japan's data on the shot, and they have Pfizer's own data regarding what's all going on.
Yeah, even the one with the where they put that beam in their arm, it messes them up.
So by percentages, I'll put this in the Discord too. So
Yeah, thanks, man.
I'm not going to go over all the data spikes, but they have almost a 300% spike in miscarriage, 500% spike in breast cancer, 1,000% spike in nervous system damage, 200% in birth defects, 350 in male infertility. It goes on and on. There's probably like 10 or 12.
They keep them at the hospital.
And
them in the hospital,
and Japan said if this is no, mind you, this is just national, just in their country they did studies on. But if you spread this out to countries that are 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, if you extrapolate the data, you're sitting there like, oh man, you think we have a birth crisis now? Just wait, there's more.
Yeah. Yep. And these girls are getting on this birth control at age 15 and staying on it for decades.
And that's on top of getting boosters.
Yep, that's true.
It's
true.
Dude.
Yep. Guys, here you go. Guys, we were on 304 TikTok, so here you go.
Yeah, we went off on a tangent. That's my bad.
Talk. So I want to know who in the
These
fucking
women look crazy.
is doing bear services. Because on my phone, I'm just getting nothing but calls for bear. Like what? No.
That's nasty.
I'm serious. Like, I'm getting all the calls, like literally all the fucking calls. I'm tired. I'm throwing this phone away. Like, all the calls I'm getting in Houston, all the guys are asking for fucking bear. Do I look like a bear GFE looking bitch? Like, I'm not.
Yes. And beyond that.
You.
Talking about horse people. About to do bear. And when I tell them I'm not doing bear, they tell me, well, I'll give you 1,000. Oh, can I cream pie you?
Yeah,
Oh, can I do?
all right, sorry. That's gonna
So,
get the
what is it?
That's gonna get the stream.
What is it on robots? Is it silicone you put on robots, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like somebody put a piece of silicone on that woman? And it
Yeah,
just looks
that's
like
the
a
filter
robot?
she has on. She just has the filter on.
Here's a quick tip for y'all hoes. Listen and watch carefully. I'm only going to say this a few times, so if you're not paying attention, I'm sorry, but you're lost. Maybe before you go out, stick your fingers in that coconut oil.
Ah, can't.
Y'all, I'm here to tell you right now. me personally, I don't care what nobody else do. A lot of y'all be like, oh, I never trust a trick. It's not about trusting a trick, baby. But everybody has that one just really good trick who has a special place, you know, in your life.
She looks like a half-beat sandwich.
This is where they started to lose, where you got regular women,
That's
you know, with no, I mean average women are just
Right.
like, and
I
this
got
is
you.
this is why a lot of the men are confused. You got average women talking, you know, player shit, and they don't know
But
what the
here's
hell
the
they
thing.
talking about.
Here's the thing, DJ. See, so my dad's funny because my dad and my uncle say back in the day, like only the mid chicks did adult stuff, like films and were 304s, right? All the pretty girls like married rich, married lawyers, doctors, or were actresses, right? But now
Right.
we live in this crazy world where you got chicks that are actually pretty doing smacks.
Well,
Like,
well,
think
well,
about how crazy that, like think about the shift in things.
they never had to do that back in the day though. But I talk about that all the time. Like, what average women and feminists, what they did was they got rid of the male appraisal system because they thought that, and this is right before the internet was kicking in. This was during like the pickup artist days, which is crazy. Like they got when they started to come on the internet, they got rid of the male appraisal system because they thought that men were giving women pretty privilege, when in reality women give women more pretty privilege than men. Average
Well-
women get, huh?
Well, here's the thing: feminism in and of itself is socialism. So that's all it was. And that's all it is.
Yeah, I know.
They want, Lizzo wants to get the same dudes as Rihanna. It's not going to
But
happen.
Lizzo,
and here's the thing.
but hold on.
I know this because I'm from Seattle, right? So I grew up around these white girls, Asian girls that were pretty, but they would, oh, I fit the male gaze. So they would always try and make themselves ugly. They would get the dreadlocks, the nose ring, back before the nose ring, the thing.
Yeah,
They would get tattoos and live this bohemian thing because the uggos and the biggins were hating on them so much that they would feel ashamed to actually be pretty. Whereas back in the day, back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, pretty girls said, what am I going to try and be out here working when some dude's going to give me my life that I want for me? You know
No,
what I'm
but they
saying?
didn't have to. Back in those days, they didn't have to. And sadly is kept, women that look like Lizzo can get decent men. Fat girls actually
But
get
hold
decent
on.
dudes.
But how?
through a
But
different-
how back in the
Yeah,
day?
there's difference. Yeah.
But hold on. How did the average girls and the big girls compete with
This is what they
with the
did.
pretty girls?
I'm gonna give you the game. Yeah, I talk about this all the time. This is what they did. What you did was you had fives, or you had, let's say six. Let's say you had sixes that hung out with fours to look like sevens. Okay, you had
No.
sixes that hung out with
Yeah, you
fours
did
to look
have
like
that.
sevens
No,
or sixes and a half.
all the
And then
biggins
what
and the
happened
average
is-
girls were actually they were the cool chicks. They were the
Yeah,
cool
they
girls.
were the cool chicks. But see, when the sixes hung out with fours to look like 6.5 sevens, the big girl would get the residual dudes that girl turned down when they're in pair. We used to call them one and a ton of fun, right?
Yeah.
And
That might
but
be for
that-
actual hookups, but for like marriages and relationships, right? This is
no,
why.
but
hold on,
fat
hold
girls
on.
always got the dude.
But hold on, but they got the dude because they didn't have an attitude. But nowadays, the big girls have
They're
the same
Beyonce
attitude
now.
as the pretty
Right.
girls.
Right,
That's
right.
the
And,
issue.
and
You
now
both-
you see pretty girls walking around by themselves now. Back in the day, you would have to go through her social circle or her friends group to extract her out of it, or just happen to catch her by herself. But I talked about this several times, right? You have big girls like Lizzo that can go to the gym and actually get a physical specimen. There's a lot of loser dudes in the gym. I hate to say it, but there are, and they will date those huge girls. They date them. Big girls get
But here's the thing: we aren't talking
all the
about
time.
dating. I'm talking about marriage. I'm talking about getting a ring, right? Guys that are worth a damn. They hold on. Guys that are worth a damn. Don't marry a big girl or an average girl unless she's the cool chick. And now none of these girls are the cool chicks anymore. That's why none of them are getting married. You can't say, well, he will, because marriage rates are down the toilet, especially in our community, especially with the black community, us. All my aunts were all married. Guys, we all have that ugly aunt. She would try and kiss us. She's like, come here, sugar, right? Women used to be in their hometown, and then Chad got the hot girl, and then all the women they would sort. And the way that the big girls would say, well, I'm not a cheerleader, I'm not the hot girl, but this guy that I like, he's in the car, so I'm gonna go to every single car show. He's gonna have the, Mike Tyson in the 80s fight party. His friends are gonna come over. I'll be bringing beers and cooking wings. And I was like, oh man, she's cool. Because I honestly believe that the chick girls think that guys are jealous of the guy that has a pretty girl. No. Guys, we all have that one friend who has that cool wife, right? Who's always at the football games. She's always you got to watch the UFC fight. She's there. She's cooking. She's doing. Hey guys, you can tell that guy comes home to peace. That's the type of chick that most guys are jealous of, and those chicks don't exist anymore.
There is truth, and I was going to say this. There is truth to both sentiments of what you both were saying, because you could say it's like correlated to where you grew up, but there's the fine truth where you had lesser looking or bigger girls, and their competition was to be nicer, be into what their man was, because they had to supplement the looks,
and have
they were like,
personality.
hey, what does he like to eat, and all these things. And what I find very curious is that time after time, like even the older you get, you're around friends or family or new acquaintances, and you're like, man, that girl's like, she's okay, she's okay, but man, she's a very joyful personality, like relaxes, massages the man's shoulders. And that guy, you can tell the man is happy and he's content. Maybe he not have a 9 out of 10, but that man is fully content. And I think what got away, which we're coming to the crescendo now, is that social media gassed up along with again, I
Right.
have my own
That's what I was
theory
saying.
on simps and all this stuff. I think it could be a psyop of other countries' men that
Right.
influence women, but the buck stops here. And what we're coming to is the men in America that are normal dudes, like they're not below fives, they're normal dudes. They're sitting here saying, dude, this chick is bigger than me. She has a bigger attitude than I do. She brings nothing. I cook better than her, clean better than her. And it's like, why wouldn't I get a girl that speaks broken English, but she has traditional value?
That's true.
That's the whole point.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
It's very, 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 very true.
She and
Yep.
she may be a bigger girl over another country, but guess what? If she has the same attitude as what you saw in your aunts or your older cousins,
yeah,
dude, you can teach English. You can't teach value.
DJ,
Right.
you've heard B-Dubs say this. Well, why is it every time that I see a brother, he's with some big fat white girl?
Yeah.
Even if
Yeah.
that was true,
Yeah.
they should ask themselves, what is Becky doing that I'm not doing? Because these 304s have this egalitarian. Lizzo honestly looks at Rihanna and says, she's a woman and I'm a woman. Why can't I get what she has? When us guys, we sort ourselves in a hierarchy. If BBD, Hell Yeah, DJ, and myself are in college, we're hanging out, we would know, well, DJ's got the game. Hell Yeah's the good-looking one. BBD's the rich one. You know what I'm saying? So we know what our strengths are. We know that if DJ's got game, I can't compete with him. He's going to probably get, or if Hell Yeah's the handsome one, the chicks are going to come talk to him first. We're fine with that. But chicks cannot, anytime that these chicks see even one of their friends and their friend group getting attention, all of a sudden it's, I'm gonna kill your bitch ass bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
well,
I
see,
would
the
think-
thing is though that men, we know that we're men, but we play to our strengths. That's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Like if I got a mouthpiece, cool, but if you know how to charm and disarm, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? And we play to our strengths. You know,
and
if
I
we
think
discover
men,
them.
when I will add on to this. I think you're 100% correct, because even in friend groups of men, we don't want the similar attributes of what our charismas are. We want the same character attributes of how we are. So as AJ just stated, you want the guy that's a good looking dude. You want the guy that's the buff guy. You want the guy that's a tactician. You want the guy that's suave with how he talks to women. You want the guy that knows
Right.
how to make cocktails, or no guy that knows how to barbecue. If you can have
Right.
all that in one, in each individual guy, that's great. But you don't bring another guy into your actual 5 or 8 group of men that's the same as yours, because everybody has their placement in the hierarchy or archetype.
Yeah.
And you're like, ooh, if we all 5 go out and a woman comes up, she's going to be highly interested into the group, and then she can pick from a man that she likes to the archetype that she cares for.
Yeah,
But
sure.
what's very interesting nowadays is that women have their own groups, as much as dating. Are we dating the same men, or is he a bad man, or TikTok influence, whatever it may be? And that ruins again the curiosity that women even have, because they think men as a whole. But it's like, if you understood men are very self-reliant and very individualistic.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like the internet made everything all inclusive. So now a Lizzo can act like she's a diamond beyond, and act like she's Beyonce or on Beyonce's level, and delude herself, because what they did was they made the internet all inclusive. So like I was saying, back in the day, you had women that looked like Cassie. Cassie is a whole toilet bowl now. Like you will see very pretty women, because women don't know they
You're
pretty privilege got
talking old
taken.
artists.
Yeah, like back in the day, because like I
I know
said,
who she is.
we
Yeah.
would.
Yeah.
We would, women like that would never engage in that type of behavior. Now, pretty women have to be disgusting to like literally stand out.
But they don't have to be, though. Because here's the thing about
No,
these
they don't
feminists
have to
that makes
be,
me laugh.
right,
Hold on. Here's the funniest thing about the feminists, right? Because these women, they would rather go out and fight the world instead of finding a guy who will give it to them. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. These chicks, back in the day, they knew They knew that all they have to do was put a hot dog on a plate, bring a beer, give the dude a bee gibber every now and then, and dude will go out and slay the dragon for him. But now they want to go out and play in a man's world when they aren't built for it. And it's so crazy that you see pretty girls that are pretty, out
don't
here
have to do that.
struggling. They
Right.
were born with the genetic lottery.
Right.
If you are a beautiful 19 to 23-year-old chick, there's no reason why you should be struggling in life at all.
But they're
At
cooked out
all.
here.
And they
You can buy
choose
looks
to
now.
struggle. They choose
Yeah.
to get on OF. They choose to
Yeah.
do all the foolishness. And I always say, to prove some point to the all-knowing they have to know that I'm strong and independent. Who is they? They have to know that I can make a man. Who is they?
It's a stick man argument. They was holding me back. They told me I couldn't have a bank account and I'm in the patriarchy and all this. These women are free and they're still arguing about stuff that doesn't
I don't
even exist
understand it.
anymore.
I
Right.
just don't.
Right.
Well,
just laugh.
and again, I think it came down to it's not chivalry. Chivalry
It's really
I-
women.
I-
They'll fight women before they'll fight any man.
I've always
Yeah.
stated this is that chivalry is down the road from curiosity, because you have to have a peak of interest within women in order to act chivalrous or a sense of security or protect women. And once it wasn't that they killed chivalry, they killed curiosity.
Well, I got 5 of them that they destroy. I got
And-
chivalry, PDA.
You're
and,
right, but
courtship.
I think curiosity is the pinnacle, because curiosity is the intriguing. Curiosity is the pinnacle because it intrigues men. And once it was killed, like you can have the big woman, but she's nice. She compensates for the beauty, for the character, the poise, the non-degenerate behavior. And what has happened over the past 3 generations that millennial men have succumbed to is that I will agree with AJ here, where it put men in a pickle. Either stay stoic and you're going to be belittled, or roll with the punches and you'll be simped. And what has happened is that we have half my generation that is stuck in this loop of yes, provide, yes, provide, yes, provide. And then when he says something that's misogyny, and when I stand up to be like, hey, don't talk to this man this way. Well, who are you? You don't have a woman? It's like, yeah, because I want to have a woman like you. And
Yeah,
it's coming to and now it's coming to a point, even if you do the stats. Clary did this, I think, a month ago, and I had to reconfirm it. 14% of women do not have school debt. Now, that's not including your outliers of political affiliation. That's not including fitness, health, doing anything alongside of caretaking someone else. If you actually roll the numbers of actual men, and this includes all races of men, because I think MGTOW has gone mainstream in the past couple of years, you're talking a majority of 60 to 70% of men are fighting for 5 to 7 to maybe 8% of women.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
There's no way to look around this. And then again, you can be mad that men go overseas, and I hate to put on Wilson
I'm
again,
in
but
Asia
it's
right
like, look,
now.
I
I'm
think
chilling.
Wilson has said it proudly to say we're going to breed this degeneracy out of existence. And I will be 100% agreement, but I will say this, is that after Gen Z of Gen Alpha will be this new silent generation, because we're in an 80-year span. It will be very tough in the next 20 years for everybody. But I will say for women in the next 5 to 10 years, it's going to be very rough.
Yeah. Well, I tell you this
They're being
much.
replaced.
They walked away from the table, because up until about 1963, men were so the majority of men, and I would say the majority because there's one thing that Andrew Wilson, he was talking to Pearly things about where he was saying that throughout history the majority of men never got to procreate. So like he kind of made the false dichotomy of either men are just out here are married, or they're out here just smashing chicks, and that isn't true because the average guy isn't smashing chicks. But most men never got to reproduce. But in modernity in the West, most men did get to reproduce until recently. the 60s, 70s, the 80s, the 40s, that the majority of men were married and had kids. That's how it worked. For the first time in history, I say, the Industrial Revolution, right? But things changed. Men used to say, if I meet this girl and court her, I go talk to her parents. We go to the malt shop, you know what I'm saying? Sip on a malt, and then go to Lookout Point, and then we get married. I can finally smash. I have kids. Move on down the line. Men were okay with that, but then these feminists said that's patriarchy, right? They walked away from the table. The agreement is that we're supposed to risk our lives protecting and providing for our kids, and they're supposed to risk their lives in childbirth, having our children. They walked away, but until recently, men have been waiting at the table. Well, guess what? Men aren't waiting at the table. And they thought that, you know what? All the guys that are walking away, we're just going to ring the bell, ding-a-ling-a-ling, and they're going to come running back. Guess what? Guys aren't coming back.
Right.
I did a video. This is the lowest amount of white male enrollment in the military in the history of the United States.
Yeah,
Think
Aaron
about
Curry was
what
talking
that
about
means. That's a scary thing. The largest group of men that have historically protected this country are not joining the military.
Right.
Well, why protect a country that doesn't care about you?
Yeah.
And
it's true.
and
But
there's
not even that. It's sad. It's sad when a doll is bringing a better deal to a relationship than a damn grown ass woman. But this is the thing, though. The funny part about all of this shit is that it's sad. This is bad. Well, my bad.
Well,
Go
and
ahead.
the
You were saying something?
well, and the guys that still keep in contact with, they're Mexican, Asian, black guys. But the most cohesion I found when I was in the military was the black guys, because they knew like rough and tumble and all this, and the community. And mind you, I growing up in the Midwest. The black guys that I talked to were like, dude, you guys are so laid back. You're cool. You're nonchalant. You don't want to get into a fight. You're just here to have a good time. And especially from the Midwest, everybody's sorry about everything, not to be offended. But at the end of the day, best conversationalists, best, like, I cannot count on so many hands that I only have two, but great conversationalists.
Here's the thing. Hell yeah. Here's the thing. You don't understand. I say this all the time. Us blacks, we are the canary in the coal mine.
True.
Everything
that's a good way to put
that
it.
affects us first is coming for you white boys next. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works.
Yeah.
The single moms thing, the loudmouth broads thing, the
That's what
gynecratic
feminism is.
misandrist thing. It started with us. It's like it hit us hard, and now it's coming for the white guys and the Hispanics and all of that. But here's the thing. It's so bad. A friend of mine, he lives in Seattle now, but he moved from Washington, D.C. to Seattle, right? And he's only dated these DMV ghetto chick tried to hit him with a car.
Yeah, I'm from the
chick.
DMV. Yep.
Oh, really? Yeah. So you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I'm in
She-
Thailand now.
She grabbed him by the you know what and wouldn't let go. Like wouldn't like she had it in her hand for 45 minutes and wouldn't let it go. Right. So he moved to Seattle. And he's a black mountain man. So he likes to kayak and hike and all this foolishness, right? So he was hiking this trail, met this Becky. Oh yeah, how you doing? Da, 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 da. They started talking, started dating. Do you know that she packed a picnic, right? Packed a picnic and said, we're going to go to this whatever. And they hiked up there. She cooked some food, gave him a bee gibber, and then they went home. He's like, this is the greatest day of my life.
Yeah.
But he had never been treated. He had never been treated decently. Guys, the way us black men, we put up with more foolishness from I don't, because I'm allergic to beat-ups, but black men have the most problems from their women than any other group on planet Earth.
Well, and
it's a game that they're playing.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying it's a game that they're playing. The reason why a lot of guys aren't participating anymore because naturally men are minimalist. And the
Yeah.
thing is that they got to put is really the she economy is the she economy is more important than the he economy. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah.
because men you know, we're a paycheck to women. Women don't have to get a job. They could just get a boyfriend. You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying? So that's even worse. But
Well, I
you
don't
know,
knock anyone's hustle though. So, for instance,
Mhm.
if you're a hot chick, get money out of dudes because you're on a
Right.
timer. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
The only thing crazier is a broke, homeless, pretty girl. How stupid are you? Like you literally won the lottery and
well,
you're
this is the
wasting
thing.
it.
Well, this is the thing. Because I've been in this space for like more than 15 plus years, and there's words that you know that we reintroduced to the space like back in the day before the pandemic, like hypergamy. But I remixed it and called it hopergamy. But this is the thing. A lot of guys are wrong about hypergamy, and I talk about this all the time on my show. I say that a hypergamous woman is either a fiance or already married. You know what I'm saying? There's but so much directions you can go, which is up. So this is the thing.
There's truth.
A
There's
lot of
truth to that.
yeah, a lot like a woman homie hopping and jumping from D to D to D. That's not
Wait.
hypergamy at all.
Homie hopping? I've
Yeah,
never heard
homie
that
hopping.
one. Let's go.
Trust me.
That could be made into
I'm
a
telling you.
T-shirt, dude. That's a good one.
Yeah, she a homie hopper. You know, yeah.
You could do
So
you could
this
make a
is the
T-shirt
thing.
like leapfrog and have a girl just leap from man to man. That's
Oh, that's
Yeah,
hilarious.
or a given, because you know they branch
Let's
swing.
go.
But but this is the thing. Most women can't practice hypergamy. This is what a lot of people we give women a little bit too much credit, you know. And I got to say this, you know, from the red pill even to the black pill sectors, give women way too much credit because if you listen to people talk, they're telling you that every time that she goes out to date, she's getting Mr. 666, and that's not true. They can't. Women always got this.
DJ, here's the thing about like Fresh and Funky and a lot of these guys. You gotta have money, bro. You gotta have money. That's not true.
No, you don't. Right?
Because
No,
look
you
at these single moms. Are they pregnant by
Right.
doctors and lawyers? No, they let Nug
Right.
shoot up the club. They let friggin' Gavin and friggin' Nug 11 shoot up the club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on now. That you don't need to make $200,000 a year. And here's the thing, guys. I know a guy. He was on a date with a chick, right? And the date was going good. He even paid because the girl, she was pretty. And he went in to go kiss her, and she goes, "Oh, aren't you supposed to ask for consent?"
Oh yeah, a little feminist woman. Yeah.
Hold on.
Yep.
Now, guys, what that means is, hey, bro, you are not that dude. Because that dude don't got to ask for consent. You know, I'm just saying, that's basically her telling you, you are not that dude. I don't like you like that. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know, guys, just like us guys do it too. We have our rules. No single moms, no crazies. But dude, if they're fine enough, like I said, guys, we'll do a hashtag couple nuts and go. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell her my name is DJ Kuda, you know, and hit her with my patent.
Who is this guy? I don't know.
Not the bat
Disappear
bomb.
into the
Yeah,
mist.
not
You know
the
what I'm
bat bomb.
saying?
Yeah.
They will never see me again. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying?
That's my
But yeah.
favorite. That's my favorite Batman too. I like Jack
Yeah.
Nicholson's Joker out of all of them.
I was gonna say that I think there's something akin to when you were saying the black man is the canary in the coal mine. Because looking back at the welfare state that was implemented, that pretty much cut black families. Like, if we're being honest here, welfare cut black families, but it only took maybe 2, 3, 4 decades for that to catch up to the white community. And you see the same, dude. You see the exact same thing that happened in the 50s, 60s, and 70s now hitting presently in the 21st century to white
yeah.
couples.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
talked about.
I wish Colin was here, guys. If you ever been to Seattle, guys, the Pacific Northwest is the white woman single mother capital of the United States. Guys, anyone who's lived there, guys, put a 1 if you agree. These liberal woke cities,
I would think it would. That's where wine is made.
Crazy, man. Like all these chicks that I know from back home are all single moms and actually started becoming single moms in college or after college.
Well,
it's just a thing that they do.
And I think, again, this is maybe subjective for me, but when you had the influence of this female rap to white women, well, again, this is for my culture, I suppose, for the past 20 years, you can see this cultivation of, you got like, I'm a big Trick Daddy, Neo, Tupac, all that shit. Like, it was good. Like, I liked the music, but it was storytelling. To what it is now with female rappers, it almost is like they morphed into the white women mentally, and they cultivated what happened 4 decades ago, present day today, to influence white women to do what black women did 50 years ago.
Right.
And it's now white men are like, oh, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
No,
Because back in the 90s, men and women wrote love songs back in the day. Using R&B and stuff.
Right.
And now all these chicks, they basically just well, they are like literal 304s who just start making music, But all right, you guys, I'm gonna shut this bad boy down because we're at 3 hours and 4 minutes. So I figure shut down then. Yeah, guys, I will be live on Thursday at 9. I'll let you guys know the topic. Man, I don't remember it. And then, guys, Sunday I'll do a show, but I'll be out of town, so I'll do like a basic show, just like I did the last time. No soundboard, guys. And then, guys, next Tuesday's show is gonna be moved to next Wednesday because I'll be back then. So, but yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys. DJ, here, are you on Discord?
Yeah, I just joined the Discord.
Yeah, hit me up, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely want to do a one-on-one with you on my show because we talk about all of this stuff too. I'm from the original Black Manosphere, so yeah, I'm over there with like well back in the day with Angry Man, Obsidian, and O'Shea and all them guys.
The one thing that there's a new crop of dudes coming up just in the Manosphere, red space. But the one thing that I want to see stop happening is this infighting, and really needs
that's
to
what
stop.
happened.
That's why, I would say, guys, and I've told all my subscribers, man, I will never ever beef with another YouTuber ever, because guys, the person that Anton Daniels asked Kevin Samuels once, he's like, Kevin, I've never seen you beef with everyone, and your name is in everyone's mouth, guys. There's no point.
Yeah, he has. He's from. I know Kevin. Me and Kevin. Well, shit. I was arguing with Kevin at one point because he was telling us not to stream. But me and Kevin, because I helped Kevin out with his studio equipment. But like, he had to leave the Manosphere, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But he left a big hole in the Manosphere, in the Black Manosphere, and Anton. Anton just switched, and when Anton came in, Anton was like one of the hugest simps on the planet. And then him being around all of those women on those co-ed panels.
Oh yeah, like we beef and all of that stuff. I can't do it.
Yeah, we told him.
I am black, but I can't be on predominantly black panels. I just can't because so there's always one or two of these B-dubs causing chaos, and then once all the black men start cooking, one of them has to start saying stuff and then play the victim, and then one of the dudes has to start white knighting all of a sudden.
Here I come to save the day.
Man, don't talk to that female like that, man. So
that's a female.
Yeah, that's why I don't Ella Peef and all that. I just can't, man. This
Yeah.
camp was anytime
They
all
kinda
the
came
men
in
get on the
copying
same
us, yeah.
page, they just let these chicks on and they just scream and yell and act stupid. It's like, why is this chick here? And then, well, DJ, you're getting emotional because she's been passive aggressively, basically doing everything but calling you a punk for the last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is so she can just say anything she wants, and I'm just supposed to not react. That's crazy.
Right.
Guys, this is why we should drop all these B-dubs in Saudi Arabia, in Afghanistan, in Lebanon. You know what I'm saying? Because
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, you talk mess, and it's they aren't playing games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They are
couldn't-
not playing games.
It's
They
coming
can't
to the
practice
point-
hypergamy. They get locked out of the hypergamy market, man. I'm trying to tell you, most women cannot practice hypergamy. Their attitude, it because the internet is guiding their hypergamy, but they're not in control of it. They're not women
Yeah.
can't control the internet. So
Well, I
yeah.
think it's
My
coming
bad.
to the point
Yeah.
that regardless of race, men are actually now coming out with their own standard and they're putting a line in the sand. And it's amazing to me that if men want stoic, hard, traditional, chivalrous, whatever ad hominem you would want to put in there, men are coming to the understanding collectively, regardless of race or creed, that when we start putting our actually foot in the stand, all these women are losing it a little bit. And we're all generally starting to see the light of, wow, we have not had a standard for a couple of decades because they're losing.
Yeah.
Because again, you can sit here and say, most men I know cook better than women. Most men I know how about bake.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bake better than women. Financially, mentally. You can go logistically as vehicles or house. Everything that's structured foundationally as a human to a family to kids if you would have them. Men are more structured presently for the past 2 decades, let alone I would say the past 50 years, especially the 2 decades because money's become hard and all this. Men are putting their foot in the sand and be like, this is what I have. What do you bring to the table? Why me? Nope. I have a computer screen for that. What else you got? That's what that's all it is now. Because okay, if I'm going to be paying for this, what else are you going to give me? And then they come out with, house labor. Nope, I already done this for 5-10 years. What else you got? Men
No, but
are
I mean
actually
that's
coming out with more
what I'm saying.
standards.
It's goofy because in the West they're negotiating, cooking, and cleaning, and it's like, what the hell is that? It's like,
Right,
if you listen,
right.
yeah, if you listen to women talk about their femininity, they talk about it like it's some Super Saiyan Kaioken type stuff. It's like I have to be in my feminine. It's like, okay, so while you're not in your feminine, what are you before that? Because you're not masculine. That's not masculinity. It's like,
once again,
it's-
guys
it's-
are choosing nothing. Guys are staying home playing Xbox. They're working on
Yeah.
that old Chevelle. You know what I'm saying? And they're just fine with that. And the last thing that I'll say, this stupid stat. Well, we all know that married men even out earn single men. They have to make more money because they have children.
Right.
Than a wife.
Right.
How does that make sense?
Well, and they
You can
say
make
well,
less money.
Men
If you're saying
married
single.
single live longer, and most single dudes are like, why the hell would I want to be married longer in order to get berated for another 10 years?
Yeah, why? It makes no sense.
Right.
All right, you guys, I'm just shut this down.
Yeah.
I found
All
your
right, peace, guys.
Yeah. I'll hit you up, DJ.
Okay, no problem.
Bye,
man.
guys.
Thank you, man. As always, good job. Peace,
Thanks,
everyone.
man.